The following sports broadcast is a special presentation of Talk Radio WRNR Martinsburg. It's time for the excitement of West Virginia high school basketball. Today's high school basketball broadcast is being brought to you by
Smallwood and Small Insurance, Thomas Miller Agent, Administrative Drive, Martinsburg. Cider Press Restaurant, Exit 5, Inwood. Trips Floor Sanding and Berkeley Fashion Flooring in Inwood. Chris Ross with Milestone Realty, Tavern Road, Martinsburg. The Mortgage Center in the Aiken Center, Martinsburg. Dynamark Atlantic Security, your local alarm professional. Holly's VIP Northside, Veronica Drive, Martinsburg. Art McBee Insurance, Martinsburg and Berkeley Springs. D&N Auto Specialists off Tavern Road, Martinsburg. And Heffley Motors, HeffleyMotorCompany.com.
And now, let's go courtside and join our Talk Radio WRNR broadcast team with today's pregame show.
Erie Insurance says here's to the grown-ups who move, mortgage, mow, and still bust a move. But does your home insurance still fit? Erie helps you protect the home you've grown into, all at fair prices that are often less than the other guys. So how do you find the right coverage? Magic. Nope. Local independent agents who get to know you like this.
Your local Erie agent in Martinsburg is Smallwood and Small Insurance. Get a quote at smallwoodandsmall.com.
Erie Insurance.
Craving lunch or dinner? The Cider Press restaurant inside Taylor's Farm Market has what you're craving. Awarded one of the 101 most unique places to eat in West Virginia, the Cider will fill you up with their delicious fresh orchard panini, mouth-watering smoker burger, farmer's daughter Cobb salad, and more. The Cider Press also serves a wide selection of craft beer and hard ciders. The Cider Press, serving lunch and dinner daily and where the food is fresh. You'll feel right at home. Now offering online ordering at ciderpressdeliandgrill.com.
All right, Matt, when it comes to flooring, you can't beat luxury vinyl. It's waterproof, easy to clean and maintain, extremely durable, and looks great.
Are you nuts? Hardwood flooring's the way to go. It's durable, easy to maintain, matches every decor, and increases the value of your home instantly.
All right, one thing we can agree on is Trips Floor Sanding and Berkeley Fashion Flooring. They'll take care of you with great selection, service, and pricing.
Whether it's hardwood or luxury vinyl, call Trips at 304-229-7009.
Or visit TripsFloorSanding.com.
The following sports broadcast is a special presentation of Talk Radio WRNR Martinsburg. It's time for the excitement of West Virginia high school basketball. Today's high school basketball broadcast is being brought to you by
Smallwood and Small Insurance, Thomas Miller Agent, Administrative Drive, Martinsburg. Cider Press Restaurant, Exit 5, Inwood. Trips Floor Sanding and Berkeley Fashion Flooring in Inwood. Chris Ross with Milestone Realty, Tavern Road, Martinsburg. The Mortgage Center in the Aiken Center, Martinsburg. Dynamark Atlantic Security, your local alarm professional. Holly's VIP Northside, Veronica Drive, Martinsburg. Art McBee Insurance, Martinsburg and Berkeley Springs. D&N Auto Specialists off Tavern Road, Martinsburg. And Heffley Motors, HeffleyMotorCompany.com.
And now, let's go courtside and join our Talk Radio WRNR broadcast team with today's pregame show.
And a very pleasant good evening, everyone, and welcome into the Martinsburg Fieldhouse, where tonight it is the West Virginia 4A Region 2 Finals, as we have the Martinsburg Bulldogs playing host to the Musselman Applemen, tonight's winner advancing to the state tournament next week in Charleston. For Talk Radio WRNR and TV10 Sports, I'm Matt Miller along with Matt Crawford. John Alderton is running our TV10 camera. Colin McLaughlin, our engineer, back at the studio. Matt, we got a great matchup here tonight as Martinsburg comes in depending on how you look at it, 13-1 or 14-1. They have won 14 straight on the floor, while the Musselman Applemen come in at, again, either 9-5 or 10-5 based on those early season games against the Virginia schools that, well, the SSAC says doesn't count.
Oh, no doubt about it. This should be one heck of a basketball game for a trip down to the state tournament. You look at the one loss for Martinsburg, and that was Morgantown at the beginning of the season, but you look at the games that Martinsburg has been battled the most against this season, and it was that first meeting against Musselman. Just a 3-point game in that one, so Musselman's played them just about as well as anybody has this year, especially better than anybody has in the Eastern Panhandle. And you know Musselman's going to come in with a little bit of a chip on their shoulder. They probably wanted to win. I know they wanted to win that sectional title last week, and still an opportunity to go to the state tournament. Snapped a 5-year streak of going to the state tournament last year, so you know they want to get back to Charleston.
Well, let's take a look at the sectional championship games from last Friday leading to this regional final. And for Musselman, as you mentioned, a tough 67-53 loss against the Jefferson Cougars, a game that Jefferson led by just 3 at the half, but pulled away in the fourth quarter. And as we talked earlier with head coach Derek Basile, he talked about how the team maybe had a little panic set in as they ultimately fell down by 10 in that one before dropping that one to end up here in the regional final at the Fieldhouse as opposed to getting to host a game tonight.
And you look at what Musselman's been able to do in the past couple of seasons and really go back a couple of seasons before that, and they've been playing Martinsburg on the road better than they have at home, and really been one of the teams in the Panhandle that's been able to keep with Martinsburg game in and game out. So, again, this has everything that you want in a regional final, and with 4A being the highest classification this year, it gives an opportunity for this to be a regional final, where in normal years this would be a sectional game. Now you have two very good basketball teams that are fighting it out for a regional title.
Martinsburg did win their sectional championship, in fact their 6th consecutive championship, as they knocked off Hedgesville last Friday 64-47. The Dogs led 25-15 at the half, but only had a 3-point lead as that fourth quarter opened. But Martinsburg outscores the Eagles 20-6 over the final 8 minutes and goes on for the more lopsided victory. And that has Martinsburg hosting this matchup tonight. Hedgesville is at Jefferson, and we'll talk a little more about that one in our next segment. This is our pregame show, and coming up, it's our check of the playoff schedule. We'll tell you what is going on not only here in Region 2, but each of the other Class 4A regions as well, as 8 teams tonight out of 16 that are still playing will punch their ticket to Charleston, and sometime before going to bed tonight, we'll know the seeding and the setup for next week's matchups. Again, we've got that and more coming up after a 2-minute timeout. It's West Virginia High School boys basketball on Talk Radio, WRNR, and TV 10.
Erie Insurance says here's to the grown-ups who move, mortgage, mow, and still bust a move. But does your home insurance still fit? Erie helps you protect the home you've grown into, all at fair prices that are often less than the other guys. So how do you find the right coverage? Magic. Nope. Local independent agents who get to know you like this.
Your local Erie agent in Martinsburg is Smallwood & Small Insurance. Get a quote at smallwoodandsmall.com.
Erie Insurance.
Craving lunch or dinner? The Cider Press restaurant inside Taylor's Farm Market has what you're craving. Awarded one of the 101 most unique places to eat in West Virginia, the Cider will fill you up with their delicious fresh orchard panini, mouth-watering smoker burger, farmer's daughter Cobb salad, and more. The Cider Press also serves a wide selection of craft beer and hard ciders. The Cider Press, serving lunch and dinner daily and where the food is fresh. You'll feel right at home. Now offering online ordering at ciderpressdeliandgrill.com.
All right, Matt, when it comes to flooring, you can't beat luxury vinyl. It's waterproof, easy to clean and maintain, extremely durable, and looks great.
Are you nuts? Hardwood flooring's the way to go. It's durable, easy to maintain, matches every decor, and increases the value of your home instantly.
All right, one thing we can agree on is Tripp's Floor Sanding and Berkeley Fashion Flooring. They'll take care of you with great selection, service, and pricing.
Whether it's hardwood or luxury vinyl, call Trips at 304-229-7009.
Or visit trippsfloorsanding.com.
Ollie's VIP Northside is the best local spot to catch all of your favorite high school, college, and pro sports, or to hang out with friends. Ollie's has a great beer and cocktail menu, along with a food menu that will blow you away. Ollie's offers multiple TVs to watch the game of your choice from anywhere at the bar or their outdoor patio with cornhole and fire pit. So stop by and see for yourself today at 36 Veronica Drive in Martinsburg. That's Ollie's VIP Northside. We'll see you for the game.
We welcome you back into the Martinsburg Field House. The two teams out on the floor going through their warm-ups as we get ready to bring you Martinsburg hosting Musselman. Matt, as we check out what else is going on around Class 4A, let's go here to the other regional final in Region 2, and that has Hedgesville at Jefferson. Jefferson the favorite in this one, and for good reason. They knocked off Hedgesville back on the 17th of March by a 67-48 score, and then on April the 2nd, it was a 67-56 win for Jefferson in that one. It's a tough matchup for Hedgesville, who doesn't score as many points while Jefferson wants to get up and down the floor.
Yeah, the key for Hedgesville tonight is going to be on the defensive end of the floor. If they can hold Jefferson down, Jefferson a team still averaging about 9 threes a game. If they can play good defense around the perimeter, if they can keep Jefferson well below their scoring average this year, that's going to be their only chance to stay in that basketball game, because they just don't quite have the experience, don't quite have the offense to get in a sprinting match with them all night.
All right, let's check out what's going on in Region 1 of Class 4A. Buchanan Upshur is at Morgantown tonight. Wheeling Park will visit University, and no doubt Morgantown and University are the two favorites in that matchup, or those matchups, I guess you should say. Morgantown beat Wheeling Park 64-29 to claim that sectional championship. University defeated Buchanan Upshur 65-53 for that championship.
Yeah, I got a chance to see Wheeling Park when we followed Martinsburg up to the Northern Panhandle, and they were seen as one of the better teams in this state, and not taking anything away from them, but they didn't really impress me on that much. I thought Martinsburg played one of their better overall basketball games in Martinsburg, one of the top teams in the state, but Wheeling Park really didn't do a whole lot to make me go, wow, that's a very good basketball team. So I think you look at those matchups tonight, and I'm with you. University and Morgantown have to be the clear favorites.
Let's go to Region 3, where the Section 1 champion is George Washington. They beat South Charleston 64-61, so that means GW will host Greenbrier East, as they lost to Beckley Woodrow Wilson in the Section 2 title game 66-57. So Beckley hosts South Charleston. Don't know a lot about those matchups other than Greenbrier East was the 1 seed in that Section 2 tournament, so maybe a little bit of a surprise there, and that should make for a very interesting matchup with East and GW. Meanwhile, in Region 4, the Section 1 champion Huntington knocking off Cabell Midland 59-54. And in the surprise of all, it was the 3-4 matchup, and Hurricane defeated St. Albans 62-59 as both pulled upsets in the sectional opener. That means Hurricane hosts Cabell Midland, Huntington hosts St. Albans. Again, the 8 winners tonight will be seeded very quickly after all of the games are final, and we'll know that seeding as those teams advance to the state tournament next week. By the way, the state tournament already underway on the girls' side. Traveling today, Martinsburg and Jefferson, as Jefferson, the 7 seed, plays the 2 seed Cabell Midland tomorrow at 1 at 5:30. Martinsburg is the 8 seed, takes on the 1 seed Huntington. That game again at 5:30 as the opening round of that evening session. We wish those two teams all the best.
Yeah, Martinsburg, this is a business trip. It's how Kyle Triggs pointed it out earlier and last week on Miller Time, and it's becoming a routine for them. They know what to do when they get down there, and even on Miller Time earlier, he said, and we don't really feel the need to get the kids in the Civic Center. They've been there. It's not necessarily going to be a shock to them. But for Jefferson, this is a whole new environment for them. They are in the state tournament for the first time in a long time, according to their head coach. So it should be fun to see if they can make any noise as those 7 and 8 seeds down at the tournament. Obviously not a great draw for either one of those teams, and we'll see if they can pull some upsets. It is tournament time. Those upsets always happen.
Again, those games are through WVMetroNews.com, where you can pick them up as they have the contract for that state tournament. All right, let's take a break, and on the other side, hear from both head coaches as we continue to preview our matchup, which has the Martinsburg Bulldogs hosting the Musselman Applemen. A 2-minute break, and then we're back. It's West Virginia High School boys basketball on Talk Radio, WRNR and TV 10.
This is Matt Miller, along with my wife, Dale.
As homeowners, we've been through the mortgage process several times, and each time we went to Mark and Cheryl Savitt at the Mortgage Center.
They treat you like family with personal one-on-one service, walking with you through the process from application to settlement.
Plus, low interest rates and closing costs.
The Mortgage Center is on Edwin Miller Boulevard in Martinsburg.
Phone 304-267-9040.
Or online at mortgagefinancing.com. NMLS number 237527, equal housing lender. The Art McBee Insurance Agency is proud to be a sponsor of EPAC Basketball. We're an independent insurance agency representing many top insurance companies. We offer home, auto, business, life, and health policies. Call us at 304-263-6906 or stop in at 824 North Queen Street in Martinsburg for a no-obligation quotation. Offices in Martinsburg and Berkeley Springs. Looking to buy a home in the Eastern Panhandle? Having trouble getting your house sold? Then call Chris Ross and the Milestone Real Estate Group at Keller Williams. A Martinsburg High School graduate, Chris knows the local market, and he's proven it as the #1 real estate team in West Virginia in 2019. Milestone Real Estate Group at Keller Williams. Phone 304-579-7349 or go to callchrisross.com. Let's celebrate your real estate milestone together.
Heffley Motor Company, serving the Eastern Panhandle for over 17 years. Known for our wide variety of vehicles at great prices, we are the area's only pre-owned Carfax Advantage dealer.
Save yourself time and money. Come see us. You'll be glad you did.
And don't forget our popular detailing service to keep your car looking brand new. We're proud to be your partner serving the community. You're local, we're local, why not buy local? Heffley Motor Company, a nice place to do business.
We welcome you back into the Martinsburg Field House. Time for us to hear from both head coaches. Let's get it started with Dave Rogers leading the Martinsburg Bulldogs. As we held our conversation before getting on the air, we asked about his team and how they had to battle through injury and battle even through a very tough third quarter in which Hedgesville got the game back to within 3 before Martinsburg pulled away for that sectional championship win.
It's been happening all year, Matt, and you're right. We didn't have Anthony against Hedgesville. We didn't have him against Hedgesville the time before. Didn't have Kazon. Had Jess hurt. So, you know, every time that I guess this year is teaching you patience. It's teaching you that, hey, don't get upset over things you can't control and just go with the flow. That's probably what it's taught me more than anything. And you talk to your players and you say, boys, if it's your turn, step up. If you're in there, then step up a little farther. So far it's worked. Let's see if we can make it magic one more time.
You talk about stepping up. Fourth quarter, it's a 3-point game as you go into that quarter on Friday night, and you outscore them 20-6. What was the difference? What caused you to step up in that situation?
Well, I thought our defense did a good job all night. I really thought we put the pressure to them, and you know what? It's one thing to be able to stay in there and shoot. It's another thing when someone's in your face. So we really pride ourselves on the defensive end, and you know, we made shots. We got out on the break. They were missing a few shots. I mean, King started out third quarter like a house of fire. So, you know, it's just you just have to stay with it. You have to stay with your game plan. You have to hopefully that your depth can wear them down at the end.
2 wins against Musselman in the regular season, but they were not easy. What are you expecting here tonight?
Another one. I'll tell you what, they weren't easy. I mean, that was 2 good basketball games, and they do a good job of setting some double screens and some back picks on that high post. And if you let them open, they've got kids that can shoot the basketball. You cannot the key tonight is not give them open shots. And I thought they are 2 or 3 times they got 2 or 3 shots at the basket, hurt us on the glass. So we've got to really keep our mindset what we're supposed to do, especially with rebounding.
Coach, thank you. Good luck.
Thank you, pal.
And that is Martinsburg head coach Dave Rogers. His thoughts heading into this regional final as they host the Musselman Applemen. Now we turn to head coach Derek Basile, and we got our conversation started talking about what he saw from his team in that sectional championship loss against the Jefferson Cougars.
We played hard. They made a fall-away three the last second of the third quarter, beat the buzzer, and that gave them a 6-point lead, and I think it really energized them, and they came out and got 6 straight points, and we didn't respond well after that. We got down 10. I think some panic set in, and we just stopped doing the things that we had worked on. They switched defense, and we didn't respond well, and it's just one of those things where sometimes that happens in a game. A team catches the momentum, and you just can't seem to get it back. But credit to Jefferson, they played hard, and they got after it, and we just didn't make enough plays to win that one.
You talk about catching momentum. That was not an elimination game. So how has it been over these last few days, knowing you still get a chance to go to Charleston tonight?
Well, at least for me, it was a down day Saturday. We were, was obviously upset, but then you got to pick yourself up and start preparing because you're playing one of the best teams in the state. But then our attention turned to Martinsburg and understanding that there's an opportunity. But we know it's going to be a tough one with Martinsburg. We've played two good basketball games with them. But they're hard to beat and hard to beat at home. So we'll know we'll have to play our best game.
Hard to beat at home, and yet you guys have had as much success against them maybe here than you have on your own home floor. What's it like for you guys playing here?
Well, we've only beat them once at home, and we've beat them a couple times over here. It's a tough environment to play. But really, Martinsburg, they don't lose a lot of games. And, so I think our formula is there to beat Martinsburg and how we play. But you really have to execute, and if you can't execute, you just can't beat them.
Coach, you get a guy back that hasn't had a chance to play much of the year. Tell us a little bit about Brendan Dolman being able to play.
I'm just happy for him to get to play like we talked about. He's such a great kid, put in a lot of work. And he went out the 5th game of the season, been out 6 weeks, and that really played a pretty big toll on our season, with the bench and with everything. He was leading us in scoring, and he's one of our best on-ball defenders. So getting him back, even in a limited capacity, is a little bit of a shot in the arm for other guys. So hopefully, I hope he comes out and is able to get up and down and play well.
Coach, thank you. Good luck.
Thanks, guys.
And that is Derek Basile, head coach for the Musselman Applemen, as the Applemen get ready to face the Bulldogs here tonight at Martinsburg in this West Virginia 4A Region 2 final. A 2-minute timeout. When we return, a deeper look at tonight's matchup, and we'll get into the starting lineups. We understand a little special presentation for head coach Dave Rogers coming up as well. That is next. This is West Virginia High School boys basketball on Talk Radio, WRNR, and TV 10.
Craving lunch or dinner? The Cider Press restaurant inside Taylor's Farm Market has what you're craving. Awarded one of the 101 most unique places to eat in West Virginia, the Cider will fill you up with their delicious fresh orchard panini, mouth-watering smoker burger, farmer's daughter Cobb salad, and more. The Cider Press also serves a wide selection of craft beer and hard ciders. The Cider Press, serving lunch and dinner daily and where the food is fresh. You'll feel right at home. Now offering online ordering at Cider Press Deli and Grill.
Erie Insurance says here's to the grown-ups who move, mortgage, mow, and still bust a move. But does your home insurance still fit? Erie helps you protect the home you've grown into, all at fair prices that are often less than the other guys. So how do you find the right coverage? Magic. Nope. Local independent agents who get to know you like this.
Your local Erie agent in Martinsburg is Smallwood & Small Insurance. Get a quote at smallwoodandsmall.com.
Erie Insurance.
All right, Matt, when it comes to flooring, you can't beat luxury vinyl. It's waterproof, easy to clean and maintain, extremely durable, and looks great.
Are you nuts? Hardwood flooring's the way to go. It's durable, easy to maintain, matches every decor, and increases the value of your home instantly.
All right, one thing we can agree on is Tripp's Floor Sanding and Berkeley Fashion Flooring. They'll take care of you with great selection, service, and pricing.
Whether it's hardwood or luxury vinyl, call Tripp's at 304-229-7009.
Or visit trippsfloorsanding.com. Remember that last trip to the auto mechanic?
I also think your solenoid gasket is bad.
What?
Yep, that'll be another $500.
Forget that and go to D&N Auto Specialist at 230 Tavern Road, Martinsburg, where honesty is their best policy. Serving the Eastern Panhandle since 1974, D&N Auto is family-owned and operated, specializing in exhaust alignments and tires. From general maintenance to major overhauls, they'll treat you right. Call D&N Auto Specialist at 304-267-4078.
As we welcome you back into the Martinsburg Fieldhouse, we welcome back in Matt Crawford. I'm Matt Miller. John Alderton on our TV10 camera. Colin McLaughlin, our engineer, back at the studio. Matt, let's quickly pick up where we left off with Coach Derek Basile as he talked about this being a tough place to get a win. Martinsburg's won 9 in a row in this series. Earlier this year when they were here, which wasn't that long ago, was the 14th of April, Martinsburg scored a 74-65 win. That's after the 60-57 victory at Musselman back in March. But when you look at it, Musselman has actually had 3 of their last 4 wins against the Bulldogs right here on this floor, with only the one up at Klein Court.
And I talk about that in football and basketball a lot, how sometimes certain teams play better on the road. When you can get on a bus, even if it's a short ride, like it is up 81 from Inwood to Martinsburg, some teams play better when you get on a bus, you clear your head, you're not hanging around the school, you're not going home for a little while, you get in a game mode. And some teams don't. Some teams, hey, this is my home court, I feel comfortable here. But I think Musselman may be one of those teams, and the style that Coach Basile has as a head coach, that maybe they're one of those teams that does play better on the road when they can truly get into game mode once they get out of the locker room and get on that bus.
Musselman coming in averaging 58.5 points a game. They're giving up about 56.4 a contest. Martinsburg scoring 68.3 while giving up about 56.1. Musselman's either got to find a way to keep this one in the 50s or find a way to score more if it ends up in the 60s. And looking at the individual numbers for Musselman, Isaiah Horner averaging 14.3, Jordan Holmes 14.9, and with Brendan Dolman coming back, he averaged 14.6 through the first 5 games of the season before going down with that broken wrist.
He hit 4 threes, was an 83% free throw shooter. You're adding a good number 6 off the bench tonight, and that's going to be something that Martinsburg is going to have to watch out for because they haven't seen that yet this year.
Meanwhile, for Martinsburg, leading the way, Dorn Smith at 15.1 a game. Anthony Smith, 14.5 points a game. Garrett Stobbs at about 9 a game. Now, while Anthony Smith does come back after not being able to play in the sectional championship, Garrett Stobbs, who scored very well, did a nice job in that matchup against Hedgesville, and in fact, looking at his numbers, had 12 points, will not be available in this one as he is out with a sprained ankle. He rolled that ankle in that sectional championship win. Also, Kazan Villa remains out, we understand, under the COVID protocol. All right, let's take a look at the starting lineups as they're being introduced to the crowd on hand here. Musselman led by 19th year head coach Derek Basile, a record of 236 wins, 199 losses. Starting at guard, 5'7" junior Trenton Wolf. Also at guard, 5'10" senior Caleb Hardy. Isaiah Horner is a 6'1" junior guard. Jordan Holmes, a 6'2" junior. He can play both guard and forward. And TJ Stuckey is a 6'3" senior forward / center. Now for Martinsburg, led by head coach Dave Rogers in his 42nd season, 800 wins, 224 losses, assisted by Bruce Fowler, Brantley Osborne, Richard Moore, Adam Lewis, Chris Berg, and Darrell Smith. For the Bulldogs, Kamarion Dow, a 6' junior, starts at guard. Trey Sager is a 6'4" senior forward. Dorn Smith, a 6'3" senior forward. Anthony Smith is a 6'1" senior guard, and Luke Fowler, a 6'5" junior forward. A look at the starting lineups as we get ready for this one. Musselman looking to win a regional final for the first time since 2019. They got the win 73-38 in that one over Washington. Last year did not get a chance to go to the state tournament. That snapped a string of 5 consecutive state tournament appearances for Martinsburg. They have won 6 consecutive regional finals, 8 of the last 9, looking to get back to Charleston if they can with a win in this one. With the lineups having been introduced, we understand we may have some kind of a presentation. So let's see if we can turn it up and pick up the crowd mic a little bit.
We'd like to present Dave Rogers with recognition for his 800th win this past Wednesday.
So there you go. A little hard to pick up the mic, but they are talking about some of the numbers for Coach Rogers, who was averaging, about 19 wins over the course of his career, 19 wins each season. That is pretty good. Well, as the Junior ROTC presents the colors and we pause here for the national anthem, we send it back to the studio for our final 2-minute timeout. When we return, it's the opening tip and all the play-by-play of West Virginia High School boys basketball on Talk Radio, WRNR, and TV 10.
This is Ben Copenhaver, your local alarm professional at Dynamark Atlantic Security. Did you know that home break-ins are 6% more likely during the day? That's right. The bad guys know when you're away, and they are smarter than you think. Dynamark Atlantic Security has the security solutions for you. Don't commit the error when the game is on the line. Phone me today at 304-671-2158 to learn how to play good defense against the bad guys. Dynamark Atlantic Security. Call today at 304-671-2158.
Looking to buy a home in the Eastern Panhandle? Having trouble getting your house sold? Then call Chris Ross and the Milestone Real Estate Group at Keller Williams. A Martinsburg High School graduate, Chris knows the local market, and he's proven it as the #1 real estate team in West Virginia in 2019. Milestone Real Estate Group at Keller Williams. Phone 304-579-7349 or go to callchrisross.com. Let's celebrate your real estate milestone together.
Heffley Motor Company, serving the Eastern Panhandle for over 17 years. Known for our wide variety of vehicles at great prices, we are the area's only pre-owned Carfax Advantage dealer.
Save yourself time and money. Come see us. You'll be glad you did.
And don't forget our popular detailing service to keep your car looking brand new. We're proud to be your partner serving the community. You're local, we're local, why not buy local? Heffley Motor Company, a nice place to do business.
Carpet World is more than just carpet. Carpet World specializes in a complete selection of hardwood floors by respected names like Armstrong, Bruce, Shaw, and Mohawk, and tile by Dowell Tile, American Oleum, and Mannington for all rooms in your home. And Carpet World can update your bathroom shower with very attractive ceramic tile walls and floor. Financing with up to 12 months deferred interest is available, along with experienced quality installation at Carpet World, 2330 Winchester Avenue in Martinsburg. CarpetWorldofMartinsburg.com.
We are back once again here at the Martinsburg Fieldhouse, ready for this West Virginia 4A Region 2 final. By the way, we understand the officiating crew from the Mon Valley Officials Association. If you're not familiar, Mon Valley is over in the Morgantown and Bridgeport and Clarksburg area. Again, the officials selected by the WVSSAC for this regional final. Musselman, we got the basketball as we get it underway. They're in the green uniforms, white lettering, the red trim.
And here's to hoping this is the last game we call without a opening tip.
Martinsburg, the white uniforms with the black lettering and orange trim. They will start in the man-to-man defense, and I think I just got a fist pump there from Matt Crawford because it's the Dogs uniforms. That's D-A-W-G-S on the front of those jerseys. Driving in on the right angle was Caleb Hardy. Looked for a wraparound pass, but it went off the back of Trey Sager of the Bulldogs, and Hardy will now trigger the inbound on the baseline for the Applemen. Working it into Holmes on this right side. Stuckey with it out top, giving it off to Wolf. Puts it on the floor. Left-hand dribble drive down the left side of the lane as he put up the shot. It was contested, came off the mark, and the rebound out of bounds. It belongs to Martinsburg. Nice drive for Wolf. Averages 6.4 a game against Martinsburg. Scored 3 in the first meeting, 7 the second time these teams met. Kamarion Dow running the point to Sager on that left wing. Down low, Dorn Smith. He'll kick it right back out. Good ball movement as the Dogs go right back down low post left side to Dorn Smith. Spins baseline, put it on the floor, and then put it up and in.
Yeah, and Smith was cutting baseline, then just camped out on that low block. No 3-second call. Did a good job of moving in and out of the lane. You could tell they were just trying to get him the basketball, and just the athleticism of Dorn Smith with that little bit of hesitation, little bit of pump fake.
Good pass. Horner from the left wing, finding the cutter TJ Stuckey down the lane, and Stuckey gets 2.
Yeah, Stuckey 11 points a game this year. One of those senior leaders.
Scored 12 the last time these two teams got together. They'll need those points from him in this one. A 2-2 ball game early on. Dogs again work low post right side to Dorn Smith. Gives it the high post to Sager. 16-footer from straight away. Too strong. And the rebound to Wolf. Quickly ahead to Holmes down the right side of the lane. Left the leg up short, but Stuckey is there to grab the offensive rebound. They reset. Wolf on the right wing. His three off the rim in the backboard battle for the rebound. Safe from going out of bounds by Anthony Smith. Sager's got it. Martinsburg ball. Smith into the front court, passes ahead to Dorn as Smith. Reverse layup good as Dorn Smith caught it on the baseline, moving from left to right.
And if there's one man you got to keep an eye on in transition, it's Dorn Smith, and Musselman just let him get right behind the defense. Easy finish at the bucket.
Wolf into the front court, sending near side to Hardy, and a bump foul as Hardy tried to make his move towards the basket. Luke Fowler a little slow with the feet, but got him with the hip. So that's the first foul on the 6'5" junior forward for Martinsburg. Hardy will trigger the inbound baseline on this left side of the basket. No, right side of the basket as you're looking at it. Left side as he was looking out to that front court. Isaiah Horner, nice drive into the lane, and the short floater up and good. We are tied at 4. Horner averages 14.3 a game, had 21 when these teams last met on April 14th. He has really had an impressive season. Anthony Smith giving off to Dorn Smith along that baseline right side. His short shot rimmed out no good. He tipped the rebound. Anthony Smith, his shot rolls off the rim, and this time Horner clears the rebound.
Not quite sure Anthony Smith missed that one. A wide open layup on the left side, just a little too strong, rolled around the front of the iron.
Well, and remember, he didn't get a chance to play last Friday and hasn't had a lot of practice time either as part of that COVID protocol. He gets the block shot on Holmes.
Yeah, making up for it on the defensive end.
Quick feed down the floor, and it's Luke Fowler with a left-hand layup down the left side of the lane. So the blocked shot leads to the quick bucket, and Martinsburg a 6-4 lead.
And good to see Fowler get back in the scoring column. Did not score on Friday.
Caleb Hardy along that left sideline, giving to Holmes, down low to Stuckey. He'll turn baseline, put up that shot over Trey Sager, missed it. A little flat on that shot. Rebound to the Bulldogs, and Anthony Smith into the front court. To Kamarion Dow at the top of the key, giving it off at the high post to Dorn Smith, 14-foot jumper up and good. Now we watched him in warm-ups, and he had that jump shot going.
Can elevate better than just about anybody we've seen so far this year, if not better than anybody we have seen this year at the high school level. And right now it's the Dorn Smith show. He's got 6, the Bulldogs 8.
Very strong senior season for him. He's coming off a 21-point performance in that sectional championship against Hedgesville. Horner driving down the right side of the lane, fouled by Dorn Smith. Let's see if they call it on the floor in the act of shooting.
It should be on the floor.
It will be on the floor.
I was going to say, he was still driving that right side. That should be on the floor.
We're going to get Herring checking in. And for the first time in a broadcast that we've done, Brendan Dolman on the floor after missing the first 5 games.
No, we caught the Morgantown game.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, so we've called him one time this year.
The very opener for Musselman. That was a tough one. Inbounds pass. Herring grabs it down around his ankles on the right baseline. Passes out top intended for Stuckey. Run down just before going into the backcourt by Wolf. Wolf penetrating. Gives it off to Herring. Low post right side. Shot blocked by Trey Sager. Lost the ball, though, Stuckey in the paint. And his shot sits on the back of the rim and then falls through.
I thought it was going to sit there and not go anywhere. It lost all momentum and somehow just rolled to the bottom of the net.
8-6. Great little scrap right there
for
that loose basketball.
Musselman scrappy around the net.
Trey Sager from the left side firing a 3. It's off the back of the iron. Anthony Smith tipped the rebound, but it's controlled by Wolf. Into the front courts. Trenton Wolf, 5'7" junior guard. Guarded by Kamarion Dow. Sends it to Dolman. Right side 3 on the way. It's off the front of the rim. Rebound tipped around. Eventually controlled by Horner. Fouled as he was going back up for the shot.
Story of the game so far, offensive opportunities for Musselman, or second chance, I should say, offensive opportunities for Musselman early on in this one.
Foul is on Anthony Smith. That will be his first and the team's third. Horner, a 79% free throw shooter on this season. Gets to the foul line a lot, 78 free throws through their first 14 games, and he puts this one up and through. If he could hit the next one, we will have our third tie in this opening quarter. Tied at 2, tied at 4. Will we be tied at 8? Foul shot up, and yes, we will. We have an 8-8 ball game, 3:28 and counting in quarter number 1. Kamarion Dow into the front court as the Dogs shoot at the basket to our left. Dribbles to the right. Along that sideline, works down low to Dorn Smith. Along the baseline, has to give it right back out. Dow firing the three, got it. Kamarion Dow with his 7th three-pointer on the season. Makes it 11-8 Martinsburg. Dow has increased his point production as this season has gone along. Had 10 points in that sectional championship against Hedgesville. Wolf in the front court guarded by Dow. Moving to that left side. Gives back on this right wing to Horner. Good feed down low. Dolman gives a pump fake, but then Anthony Smith blocks the shot. Stuckey grabs the loose ball. Right side 17-footer off the mark. Rebound far side. Out of bounds off Kamarion Dow. It'll stay with Musselman.
Yeah, and if I'm TJ Stuckey right there, that's a tough shot right off the loose basketball. I think I'm kicking that back out and setting up the offense.
Horner's going to get a breather as Holmes checks back in. So Coach Basil making sure to rotate some guys, get a little bit of rest, but he's got some offensive power on the court at all times. Trenton Wolf taking the inbounds deep on that left wing. Again, guarded by Dow. To Dolman, swings it around to Holmes on this right sideline. Three ball on the way, rattles in and out, no good. That did everything but fall. Eventually, Kamarion Dow corrals the rebound. Got it to Fowler, ahead to Dorn Smith. Smith lost the dribble on that far sideline, out of bounds off of his leg.
He was looking up for a pass and was a couple feet away from that sideline. Looked like the dribble went off the side of his knee, out of bounds.
Unless I have mismarked, which is obviously possible. I've got just one turnover now for each of these teams. It's been a very well-played opening quarter. Wolf in the front court, giving it off to Stuckey along that left baseline. Works into the paint, passes out top to Holmes. Wide open three, gets off the rim in the backboard. Battle for the rebound, knocked around eventually. Fowler controls it. He kicks it off his leg into the front court where it's grabbed by Holmes.
Right on cue there, Matt.
And that's Dolman with it along the right baseline. Had the ball stripped out of his hands and ultimately out of bounds off of the Bulldogs. And Musselman will maintain possession. Horner quickly checking back in, and now Wolf going to get a little bit of a breather. And that's Cyril Ngasa now coming in to replace Fowler for Martinsburg. 11-8 is the Bulldog lead. 1:54 to play, quarter number one of this regional final. Dolman with the inbounds. Stuckey open, baseline right side, 17-footer, rattles around and out. Sager the rebound. Musselman has had a few shots, do everything but fall through. Anthony Smith into the lane, and an offensive foul. I believe, is it Herring? Yes, Logan Herring stood there and took the charge, and the Bulldogs 6'1" senior guard now has two fouls.
Yeah, Anthony Smith picking up his second. He was flying down the lane, and Herring realized, just set up on that low block, kept those feet still, and that occurring after the pass. But Anthony Smith, again, just flying down that lane. Yep. No way he's stopping all that momentum.
Yeah, and I was going to say, he wasn't even shooting. He was looking to pass the ball out into that right corner.
He had passed it into the right corner already.
That is a tough one for him. Horner,
that's a walk.
Yeah, dribbling to the right side of the paint, was looking down low, didn't have anyone open, and took the extra step. So now each team with a couple of turnovers. Anthony Smith getting a breather as he comes out with the two fouls. Checking into the lineup is Avion Blackwood. So holding at an 11-8 Martinsburg lead. A little bit of a low-scoring first quarter. This is where Musselman would like it to be honest, right?
Yeah.
Out top, Cyril Ngasa fires the three. It comes off the rim, rebound along that right baseline to Blackwood. I was Dow, pardon me, out front. And in the lane, Dorn Smith had his shot blocked. Ngasa picked that one up, got it to Dow on the right side of the floor, and penetrating into the lane, Kamarion Dow gets the runner to go.
Little English on that one, rolling around the rim about 3 times.
13-8, Martinsburg out in front. Dolman in the front court now for Musselman. Moving to his left, passing to Horner, holds it high overhead. Under a minute to go in our first quarter. Stuckey down low to Herring. Nice feed to get him open as Logan Herring, low post right side, banks it in.
And both teams either not scoring or both scoring one after the other. Went through about a, minute and a half scoreless drought. Now both teams on back-to-back possessions.
So which team is the first to have a run in this one? Nobody has yet in this opening quarter, and that's why we have a tight ball game, 13-10.
Looks like Martinsburg may hold for the last shot here.
Musselman going to be content to allow them to do that. Blackwood on the right wing, out top to Ngasa, to Dow on the left side of the floor. Down to 7 seconds, down to 6. Kamarion Dow, left wing three, short off the rim, rebound to Holmes. Let's see, he'll fire a better than half-court shot. That is just wide. Boy, I tell you, from our angle.
Oh, that looked on the money from our angle.
Well, let's see. We'll head to quarter number 2 after a 1-minute timeout. After one, Martinsburg leads Musselman 13-10.
This is Matt Miller, along with my wife Dale.
As homeowners, we've been through the mortgage process several times, and each time we went to Mark and Cheryl Savitt at the Mortgage Center.
They treat you like family with personal one-on-one service.
This is Ben Copenhaver, your local alarm professional at Dynamark Atlantic Security. Did you know that home break-ins are 6% more likely during the day? That's right. The bad guys know when you're away, and they are smarter than you think. Dynamark Atlantic Security has the security solutions for you. Don't commit the error when the game is on the line. Phone me today at 304-671-2158 to learn how to play good defense against the bad guys. Dynamark Atlantic Security. Call today at 304-671-2158.
Along with Matt Crawford, I'm Matt Miller. John Alderton on our TV10 camera at the studio. Colin McLaughlin, our engineer. Going to quarter number 2 with a 13-10 Martinsburg lead, and they get the basketball. Keep an eye on that Jefferson matchup against Hedgesville. Give you a scoring update here in a moment. Blackwood on the right side of the floor, passing to Dow at the top of the key, to Ngasa on the left wing. Swing it around to Dorn Smith, double teamed beyond the arc on that right side of the floor. Split the double team, got it in the lane to Cyril Ngasa, fouled on his way up, and a couple of free throws are coming for the Bulldogs' 6-foot junior guard. And looks like that foul was on TJ Stuckey. That will be his first, and just the team's first foul.
Yeah, Musselman not committing a foul in that first quarter.
Free throw for Ngasa up and good. A 67% foul shooter, 4 of 6 coming in. Looks like, 6:04 to play in quarter number 2 down at Shenandoah Junction, and Jefferson leads Hedgesville 18-14 in the other Region 2 final. And Ngasa misses that second foul shot as it rolled off the right side of the rim. Connor Long, who was out there for the first time, grabbed that rebound for Musselman. 14-10, the Bulldog advantage. Stuckey with it, baseline right side. Started a drive and an offensive foul. As he made a spin move, he used the off arm and pushed away Trey Sager.
And not good for Musselman. That's 2 quick ones on Stuckey, and he's going to come out here very quickly. Back in the game, coming in number 30, Logan Herring. And Stuckey, I would imagine, going to sit down for at least the better part of this second quarter. He may come in with about a minute left and just had to play very smart defense. But you're not losing a whole lot with Logan Herring defensively. It's the offensive end of the floor where he's only averaging about a point a game. But defensively, plays very, very well.
Each team now with a starter on the bench with 2 fouls as Anthony Smith is out for Martinsburg. That is Kamarion Dow from the right side with a 3, short off the rim. Got into the lane to get his own rebound, and the short jumper up and good.
And Kamarion Dow's hit 6 threes, 7 threes now after that one in the first quarter, but he is not shy today from beyond the arc. I think that's his 3rd or 4th three he's tried today.
Driving baseline left side and getting to the rim and putting it in is Jordan Holmes, the 6'2 junior who averages just under 15 a game, has his first bucket, and he'll have a chance for the 3-point play. Foul on Cyril Ngasa.
And I'm not sure how he got that ball up towards the basket. That foul right across the shooting arm. I'm not sure how he muscled through that one, but a good play driving baseline for Jordan Holmes.
Luke Fowler back in for Avion Blackwood for Martinsburg, and Holmes, a 59% foul shooter, about 19 of 32, puts this one up and through, completes that 3-point play. A 3-point game, 16-13, Martinsburg in front. In the front court, Dow giving to Fowler on that left wing. Back to Kamarion Dow in the paint to Cyril Ngasa. He spins and leaves the shot short. It came off the front of the rim. Sager tipped the rebound, but corner pulled it in for Musselman. A lot of tipped rebounds so far in this one. Unable to just go up and get it, really, either team. Dolman with it on the dribble, moving to his left. Giving to Holmes, working back to his right, stops at the foul line, turns to Long along the left side of the floor.
Dangerous pass. Cyril Ngasa turns his head. He probably takes that one away.
Instead, Holmes has it down the left of the lane, pulls up from about 10 feet out. It's off the mark. Rebound to Long, and a traveling violation. I didn't see it.
Yeah, he had the basketball, had it poked away, and the minute he got it back, a traveling violation was called, and I think Coach Basil asking that same thing. He lost the basketball. How is that a travel?
He had both hands up to the official going by, and I think now asking the trail official who was just getting into the front court about that.
And he was the one that made the call.
At the high post, Trey Sager's got it, takes it to the rim. He right-handed it up down the left side of the lane, but left it short.
It was Musselman that couldn't quite finish around the rim in that first quarter. Now Martinsburg having some of those same troubles.
Long in the paint, taking that pass from Holmes. Couldn't handle it completely, and eventually Kamarion Dow gets it ahead to Dorn Smith for the one-hand slam. So Martinsburg turns that turnover quickly into points, 18-13, a 5-point Bulldog lead.
And Matt, you wondered who would have that first run of the game. Martinsburg with another basket or two without Musselman scoring may have that very run.
Dolman with it on that left side, giving out top to Horner, again to Dolman. Nice drive to the basket, floated it up a little too strong off the glass, never got the rim, and on the back side, a great box out by Logan Herring, draws the foul from the Bulldogs' Luke Fowler. He now has 2. Substitution, as we'll have Gordon Schaefer coming in to give Connor Long a bit of a breather. Dolman triggering the inbounds. Grabbed out top by Herring. Foul line extended right side. Puts up the shot from 15 feet away. It's off the mark. Going to the floor to get the rebound out beyond the arc. It is Dorn Smith. He was able to tip it. Where eventually Dow from the floor grabbed a hold of it for Martinsburg.
Good effort from Martinsburg. That's a hustle play by Dorn Smith and by Kamari and Dow to keep Martinsburg in possession.
Luke Fowler from the right side. 3-ball. Air ball. Wide to the left and out of bounds. Team rebound to Musselman. Came off the bottom part of the rim and eventually out of bounds. It was Schaefer who was trying to save it after his own miss, but it belongs to Martinsburg.
Yeah, and Schaefer just getting a few minutes a game to add some size down low with Herring, with Stuckey, and with Long. And you could tell just not real comfortable where he was with the basketballs. That one, as you said, just right into the bottom of the backboard.
Bulldog basketball continuing to shoot at the hoop to our left here in this first half. Kamari Dow giving to Cyril Ngasa. To Blackwood in the left corner. His 3-ball off the back iron. Horner in the air grabs the rebound. Musselman's done a nice job on the glass in this one. Got him with a slight rebounding edge. Horner all the way to the rim. Shot block, Trey Sager. And I think Sager's going to pick up the personal. He blocked it cleanly with the hand, but I think he got that hip into him just a little bit.
Yeah, and Matt, you talk about Musselman leading on the boards, and you look at the size they bring down low. Trey Sager, the big man down low. Dorn Smith can jump out of the gym and get rebounds. But overall, size-wise, the edge goes to Musselman. So not a surprise to me that they're edging Martinsburg just a bit in that rebounding category.
Horner, a 79% foul shooter, misses the first. He went 2 for 2 from the line in that opening quarter.
And, Matt, how about 3 minutes left down in Shenandoah Junction in the first half, and Hedgesville leading 21-20.
Foul shot on the way, rattles around and pops free, and Dorn Smith with the rebound, Martinsburg basketball. And Ngasa in the backcourt giving to Kamari Dow. So Musselman missing an opportunity for some points on that trip down the floor. Still down by 5. Pass in the lane intended for Trey Sager, knocked away and goes out of bounds on the far side after Trenton Wolf was the last to touch it. Harding and Holmes checking back in. Looks like Wolf and Horner will get a breather. Both of these coaches trying to keep their guys fresh on the floor. A lot of substitutions. And both these teams are deep.
Yeah.
Cyril Ngasa in the right corner, trying to go low post to Trey Sager, and that pass kicked out of bounds by Jordan Holmes.
I've been impressed with the amount of time that Dolman's been able to stay on the floor. Again, he's clear and healthy, and obviously you can, with the injury he had, you can run, you can be as active as you want to be, just can't use that arm, but game speed and game shape is totally different than just making sure you're staying active.
Broken wrist in Game 5 of the season. Has not played since then, and here he is playing in the regional final. Trey Sager, low post right side, amidst a triple team, able to create some space and put it in. First 2 for Sager, and then a steal in the backcourt. Avion Blackwood able to take it away after the inbounds, and Blackwood will go to the line as he's fouled by Gordon Schaefer. As you said, Martinsburg going on a little bit of a run, and now out in front 20-13. Avion Blackwood from the line, a 50% foul shooter, 4 of 8, and misses. That one a little short off the right side of the iron as well. Checking into the Bulldog lineup, Cameron Wilkes, the 5'10 sophomore guard. Second free throw on the way. This one's good, so there you go. Blackwood at his average, 50%.
Consistency.
Makes 1 of 2, 21-13. And Martinsburg with a little token full court pressure, looking to trap near the midcourt stripe. Schaefer into the front court, bounces down low, looking for Herring. Stolen away by Blackwood, down the floor to Dorn Smith. Smith guarded by Dolman. Wise decision. Backs it out and gives it to Kamari Dow. They'll set the offense to Wilkes from the left corner. 3-ball on the way. Short off the rim. Sager the rebound. Almost tipped it to himself and then put it in off the glass. Timeout going to be needed by head coach Derek Basile as Martinsburg is on a run that has them out in front by 10. It is a full timeout. We'll take the 60-second break as well with 3:04 to play in the first half, and Martinsburg in front 23-13.
Ollie's VIP Northside is the best local spot to catch all of your favorite high school, college, and pro sports, or to hang out with friends. Ollie's has a great beer and cocktail menu, along with a food menu that will blow you away. Ollie's offers multiple TVs to watch the game of your choice from anywhere at the bar, or their outdoor patio with cornhole and fire pit. So stop by and see for yourself today at 36 Veronica Drive in Martinsburg. That's Ollie's VIP Northside. We'll see you for the game.
Remember that last trip to the auto mechanic?
I also think your solenoid gasket is bad.
What?
Yep, that'll be another $500.
Forget that and go to D&N Auto Specialist at 230 Tavern Road, Martinsburg, where honesty is their best policy. Serving the Eastern Panhandle since 1974, D&N Auto is family-owned and operated, specializing in exhaust alignments and tires. From general maintenance to major overhauls, they'll treat you right. Call D&N Auto Specialist at 304-267-4078.
Now Martinsburg with the first major run so far in this game, a 7-0 run since it was a 3-point lead at 16-13. They've pushed it out to a 10-point lead.
Not often you refer to a major run as a 7-0 run.
It's been a tight ball game.
Yeah, but in this game it is.
Yep, Dogs putting on again that full court pressure. Eventually the inbounds going to Caleb Hardy, guarded by Dow. Eventually gets into the front court. Dolman with it, giving to Horner along this right side, getting to the rim. He was falling down as he put up the shot, and it's off the mark. The rebound to Sager. Dow to Dorn Smith, left side. He'll fire a three. It's off the front of the rim, and Horner with a rebound.
Dorn just 2 threes on the season, not quite his office.
Nah, he's better around the rim.
Yes, and very good at it.
Dolman down the middle of the lane with the floater up and good. First points for him since week 5, or game 5 of the season, I should say. 23-15, the Martinsburg lead. That snaps that 7-0 dog run. Nice shot on the run for Dolman, who was averaging 14.6 a game through those first 5 games. Nearing 2 minutes to play in our first half. Trey Sager back to the basket, right side of the floor. Turns, puts up a shot that hit the side of the backboard. I think he was a little closer to the baseline than he thought.
And he was trying to body up Connor Long. You could see him fighting for position, and I think maybe not on the part of the floor he thought he was at.
Holmes dribbling, low post right side, trying to pass it off to Horner. It's a steal for the Bulldogs. Down the floor, Kamarion Dow. He gets to the rim where the shot is blocked from behind, and out of bounds off Kamarion Dow.
Yeah, they're going to say Connor Long blocked it, and he did, and it went off of Kamarion Dow, who was already out of bounds on the way out.
Wow. What great defense. The 6'5 junior Connor Long goes length of the floor to block that shot from behind and get it right back for Musselman. That's a big play. Stopped what would have been 2 and made it back out to a 10-point lead. And, of course, with an opportunity for a 3 here, you could cut it to within 5. Good feed down low as Dolman finds the wide-open Isaiah Horner layup. Good.
And a good athletic play by a Horner. He got that pass right at the chest, was airborne, and just went right up with it. Didn't come down because it would not have been nearly as open if he did so. Good play by Horner.
Trey Sager passing down low left side, intended for Dorn Smith, through his hands and back the other way. It's Holmes to the rim, and the layup is good. Jordan Holmes now 5 points in the quarter, and it's a little run for Musselman. 23-19, that Bulldog lead, and a 30-second timeout being taken by Martinsburg. We'll take the 30-second break as well. Back after this.
Here's to the grown-ups. Your car is now your office, stage, nursery. Sorry, Erie Insurance offers products that lots of other companies don't. That's a big deal, and it's a good deal, too. And with Erie, you get your own independent agent, not a giant corporate call center or some online robot. You meet with a real person, like this.
Your local Erie agent in Martinsburg is Smallwood & Small Insurance. Get a quote at smallwoodandsmall.com.
Erie Insurance.
Well, the Musselman Applemen answering Martinsburg's 7-0 run with a 6-0 run of their own. They were down by 10 and now down by just 4. A minute left in our first half. Bulldog basketball out of the 30-second timeout. Sager on the left wing beyond the arc. Tries to put it on the floor, and the basketball got knocked away. It's stolen. Wolf has it. into the front court. He'll slow it down. Sending off to Dolman from the left corner. 3-ball on the way. Got it! Brendan Dolman with his 5th 3 of the season. 23-22. The Bulldog lead just one.
And the Musselman faithful and the Musselman bench. Some energy now.
Oh, wow. That's got to feel so good for Brendan Dolman to be able to knock that one down and be such a vital part of this one after having to sit so long with that broken wrist. And Gossa dribbling into the lane, in some trouble, gets to Dow from the left corner. His 3 up and good. Kamarion Dow drains it. He's in double figures with 10 points.
Yeah, Dow, mentioned it earlier, just 6 threes hit on the season and 2 tonight.
Down to 15, 14, 13 seconds remaining here in our first half. And Musselman make that final shot. Dolman sending to Holmes on the near side. Holmes will fire that 3. It's short off the rim. Dolman going after the rebound, but tipped away from him. Out of bounds. I believe Cyril Ngassa was the one who hit it. And from the far sideline with 3.1 seconds left, Musselman will have the inbound.
And not an ideal spot on the floor to inbound to try to set up a play here for a shot with 3.1 seconds left.
Holmes triggering the inbounds, gets it to Dolman from that left corner. His 3 just a tad too strong as it came off the backside of the iron. And we will go to the half in a tight ball game here in this 4A Region 2 final. Let's take a 2-minute timeout and then come back to recap the scoring with your score at the intermission. Martinsburg 26 and Musselman 22.
The Art McBee Insurance Agency is proud to be a sponsor of EPAC Basketball. We're an independent insurance agency representing many top insurance companies. We offer home, auto, business, life, and health policies. Call us at 304-263-6906 or stop in at 824 North Queen Street in Martinsburg for a no-obligation quotation. Offices in Martinsburg and Berkeley Springs.
Babe, I'm hungry.
Where do you want to go?
I don't know, you pick.
Chinese?
No, not feeling it.
Mexican?
No, we just had that over the weekend.
You pick.
Let's go to the Cider Press restaurant. They have a new smoker burger. I think you'd really like it.
The Cider Press restaurant inside Taylor's Farm Market has what you're craving, where the food is fresh and you feel right at home. Exit 5 right off I-81 in Inwood or online at ciderpressdeliandgrill.com.
This is Ben Copenhaver, your local alarm professional at Dynamark Atlantic Security. Did you know that home break-ins are 6% more likely during the day? That's right. The bad guys know when you're away, and they are smarter than you think. Dynamark Atlantic Security has the security solutions for you. Don't commit the error when the game is on the line. Phone me today at 304-671-2158 to learn how to play good defense against the bad guys. Dynamark Atlantic Security. Call today at 304-671-2158.
Heffley Motor Company, serving the Eastern Panhandle for over 17 years. Known for our wide variety of vehicles at great prices, we are the area's only pre-owned Carfax Advantage dealer.
Save yourself time and money. Come see us. You'll be glad you did.
And don't forget our popular detailing service to keep your car looking brand new. We're proud to be your partner serving the community. You're local, we're local, why not buy local? Heffley Motor Company, a nice place to do business.
The Velocity Dance Team entertaining the crowd on hand here as we are at the intermission in this West Virginia 4A Region 2 final. And it is Martinsburg with a 26-22 lead at the intermission. Along with Matt Crawford, I'm Matt Miller, John Alderton on our TV10 camera, Colin McLaughlin, our studio engineer. Matt, we were tied at 2 after Martinsburg took a 2-0 lead. Dogs went up 4-2. We were tied at 4. Dogs went up 6-4, eventually got it to 8-4. Musselman brought it right back to an even ball game at 8-8, our third and final tie of the first half, as Martinsburg would go on for the 13-8 lead and then 13-10 after one. It was in the second period when the Dogs had a 3-point lead before going on a 7-0 run to get a 10-point lead at 23-13, but Musselman answered from there, a quick 6-0 run to get within 4, and right now down by 4 at the half.
Yeah, talk about a quarter of many runs. It was that 7-0 run for Martinsburg, and you're going, okay, are they going to really get out by double digits early here? Are they going to prove why they're the number 1 seed, although we have 2 number 1 seeds here right now, but why they get this home game? Are they going to extend that lead to double digits and really set this tempo in the first half? And out of a timeout. Musselman really going, we're not going anywhere. A 6-0 run for them, and Martinsburg only outscoring Musselman 13-12 in that second quarter. This is what you expected out of this game, to be just a couple of possessions at the half.
Buckle up your seatbelt. Going to be a fun second half. Another 2-minute timeout on the other side of the break. We'll run some of the numbers from this one. We're at the intermission with your score. Martinsburg 26, Musselman 22.
Erie Insurance says here's to the grown-ups who move, mortgage, mow, and still bust a move. But does your home insurance still fit? Erie helps you protect the home you've grown into, all at fair prices that are often less than the other guys. So how do you find the right coverage? Magic. Nope. Local independent agents who get to know you like this.
Your local Erie agent in Martinsburg is Smallwood & Small Insurance. Get a quote at smallwoodandsmall.com.
Erie Insurance.
Craving lunch or dinner? The Cider Press restaurant inside Taylor's Farm Market has what you're craving. Awarded one of the 101 most unique places to eat in West Virginia, the Cider will fill you up with their delicious fresh orchard panini, mouth-watering smoker burger, farmer's daughter Cobb salad, and more. The Cider Press also serves a wide selection of craft beer and hard ciders. The Cider Press, serving lunch and dinner daily and where the food is fresh. You'll feel right at home. Now offering online ordering at ciderpressdeliandgrill.com.
Ollie's VIP Northside is the best local spot to catch all of your favorite high school, college, and pro sports, or to hang out with friends. Ollie's has a great beer and cocktail menu, along with a food menu that will blow you away. Ollie's offers multiple TVs to watch the game of your choice from anywhere at the bar, or their outdoor patio with cornhole and fire pit. So stop by and see for yourself today at 36 Veronica Drive in Martinsburg. That's Ollie's VIP Northside. We'll see you for the game.
Remember that last trip to the auto mechanic?
I also think your solenoid gasket is bad.
What?
Yep, that'll be another $500.
Forget that and go to D&N Auto Specialist at 230 Tavern Road, Martinsburg, where honesty is their best policy. Serving the Eastern Panhandle since 1974, D&N Auto is family-owned and operated, specializing in exhaust alignments and tires. From general maintenance to major overhauls, they'll treat you right. Call D&N Auto Specialist at 304-267-4078.
It's a 26-22 Martinsburg lead over Musselman at the half. Let's take a look at the numbers individually, Matt.
Let's start with the Musselman. Appleman leading the way with 6 points is Isaiah Horner. He's 2 of 4 from the free throw line. 5 points apiece for Brendan Dolman and Jordan Holmes. Holmes 1 for 1 from the free throw line. 4 points for TJ Stuckey and 2 for Logan Herring. Over to the Martinsburg Bulldogs leading all scorers. Kamarian Dow. He's got a 3 and a bucket inside that three-point arc in both the first and the second quarter. His 7th and 8th three of the year. 8 points for Dorn Smith, 6 of those coming in the first quarter. 4 points for Trey Sager, both of those baskets coming in quarter number 2. A bucket for Luke Fowler. Avion Blackwood is 1 for 2 from the line, 1 point in the first half, as is Cyril Ngasa.
Team numbers look like this. Martinsburg's knocked down a pair of threes, both from Kamarion Dow, the lone three-pointer for Brendan Dolman late in the first half for Musselman. The Appleman 3 for 5, that's 60% from the line. Martinsburg 2 for 4, that is 50%. I've got Musselman with a +4 advantage on the boards, 18-14 in rebounding, 7-4. Martinsburg with the lead, though, in turnovers, as Musselman has committed 7, while Martinsburg has committed just 4 turnovers. 3 fouls in the first half for the Appleman, 7 for Martinsburg. There you are. We are at the half, 26-22. Martinsburg with a 4-point lead. Back with your second half. Oh, and we'll check in with that other regional final, see what's happening between Jefferson and Hedgesville as they are at the half. That's next. It's West Virginia High School boys playoff basketball on Talk Radio WRNR and TV10.
When will I be able to retire? How do I make the most of the money I have? How do I leave a lasting legacy to my loved ones? I'm Philip McCoy, financial advisor with the Mirius Group, a private wealth advisory practice of Ameriprise Financial Services Incorporated. Call us today at 304-263-4343 to help you make the most of your financial future. Our office is located at 1270 Winchester Avenue, Martinsburg, West Virginia.
Ameriprise Financial Services Incorporated, member FINRA and SIPC.
Looking to buy a home in the Eastern Panhandle? Having trouble getting your house sold? Then call Chris Ross and the Milestone Real Estate Group at Keller Williams. A Martinsburg High School graduate, Chris knows the local market, and he's proven it as the #1 real estate team in West Virginia in 2019. Milestone Real Estate Group at Keller Williams. Phone 304-579-7349 or go to callchrisross.com. Let's celebrate your real estate milestone together. The Art McBee Insurance Agency is proud to be a sponsor of EPAC Basketball. We're an independent insurance agency representing many top insurance companies. We offer home, auto, business, life, and health policies. Call us at 304-263-6906 or stop in at 824 North Queen Street in Martinsburg for a no-obligation quotation. Offices in Martinsburg and Berkeley Springs. This is Matt Miller, along with my wife, Dale.
As homeowners, we've been through the mortgage process several times, and each time we went to Mark and Cheryl Savitt at the Mortgage Center.
They treat you like family with personal one-on-one service, walking with you through the process from application to settlement.
Plus, low interest rates and closing costs.
The Mortgage Center is on Edwin Miller Boulevard in Martinsburg.
Phone 304-267-9040.
Or online at mortgagefinancing.com. NMLS number 237527, Equal Housing Lender.
Fellas, we get ready to start our second half here. They have just gotten the second half underway down in Shenandoah Junction. And it is a 31-25 lead for Jefferson, who led 30-25 at the intermission here. 26-22 Martinsburg. And Musselman will get the basketball to start our third quarter. That is Horner, Holmes, Doman, Stuckey, and Wolf on the floor for the Applemen. And you've got Dow, Smith, Fowler, and also Cyril Ngassa on the floor to start our second half. Wolf with it, giving it off to Stuckey. Low post left side, works his way into the lane with the dribble, then steps through a defender, getting it to Holmes on the right wing. Holmes guarded by Ngassa to Doman along that far sideline. Good man-to-man defense by Martinsburg right now, really putting pressure on the ball. Out front with it, Horner works his way into the lane. Nice spin move, and the shot good off the back of the rim.
It was good defense by Luke Fowler in that quick spin move to the right, starting down the lane and spinning to the right for Horner.
Great body control, and then to square up and still knock down that shot is not easy. Ngassa with it. On the wing left side, looking, eventually gets to Fowler at the top of the key. Kamarion down here on the right wing. Bounces it intended for Dorn Smith, and we've got a foul on Isaiah Horner trying to fight through Dorn Smith to get to the basketball.
Yeah, just a hustle foul. His first, nothing to worry about yet. First for the team in this second half, and just a good aggressive defensive foul.
Trey Sager coming in very quickly off the bench to spell Cyril Ngassa. Luke Fowler with the inbounds, lobs it out top to Dorn Smith. To Fowler here right in front of the Bulldog bench. Three ball on the way and up and good. Luke Fowler's 26th, the three on the season, comes at the right time.
And we'll see if he can heat up from beyond the arc in this second half. Didn't hit a three, didn't hit a bucket from the field in the last game, and just a bucket in the first half of this one. See if he heats up from beyond the arc as this game goes on.
Holmes in the front court along the right side of the lane, makes his way to the rim, banks it up and in. Jordan Holmes with the bucket, and that may be the foul on Fowler, and it is. Luke Fowler immediately turned to the official and gave the indication of the travel, but instead it's a foul on Fowler.
And second time Holmes has been able to get to the free throw line today, and both on that hoop and harm opportunity.
Holmes completed that three-point play first time around. That was in quarter number 2. He does it here in quarter number 3. 29-27. Martinsburg's lead at 2. 6.5 minutes left in quarter number 3. Winner of this one goes to Charleston. Trey Sager left the low post, takes the bounce feed from Fowler, turned into the lane but missed the shot.
And Isaiah Horner coming in quick right there between Sager and Dorn Smith.
And Wolf with the pass down the floor for Musselman, just beyond the reach of TJ Stuckey. He got his fingertips on it but could not control it under the basket. So it is a turnover, and Martinsburg will have the ball still with a 2-point lead. Marion Dow in the front court on the dribble, giving out some instructions to Anthony Smith on that left side of the floor. Right-hand dribble drive into the lane, goes to the rim, lays it up and in. Anthony Smith with his first 2 of the night. Matt averages 14 and a half a game. They need him to score, and it looks like they're going to try to get it to him to do just that in this second half. And bad news for Musselman. TJ Stuckey has just picked up his third.
Yeah, the Appleman without Stuckey for most of that second quarter. Managed to stay in the game, but obviously not a guy you want on the bench.
Anthony Smith, a 76% foul shooter, completes the three-point play. 32-27 Martinsburg. Now under 6 minutes left in the third. Dolman, left-hand dribble into the lane, put it up with a right hand and got it to go. Arms all around him and makes the shot. 32-29 Martinsburg. Fowler on the right side of the floor. Left-hand dribble drive into the lane. Put it up with the left hand, but left it short off the rim. Stuckey clears the rebound. Gives it to Dolman in the backcourt. He's going to send everybody up the floor and bring it up himself. Picked up by Fowler at the top of the key. Dolman giving it off to Holmes on the left side. Holmes with a right-hand dribble into the lane. Shot off the back of the rim. Got his own rebound. They'll swing it out to Wolf. 3-ball on the way. Got it. Trenton Wolf with his first points of the night. And the big three ties it. 32-32. Our fourth tie and our first since 8-8 in the opening quarter.
Three number 12 for Wolf on the air, and he's not going to get one much more wide open than that.
Trey Sager with a nice drive from the right side into the paint and puts the short jumper up and in.
Sager looking a little bit like a guard right there.
Yeah.
A little hesitation in the corner. Driving in the lane. Good finish at the rim.
Sounds like a whistle blowing in the
thinking.
gym.
It sounded all night, but it hasn't seemed to impact the play on the floor at all. Nobody's paused or anything.
You and I looked at each other the last time, and now we look at each other again. We're both hearing it. Holmes off the dribble, 17-footer left wing, left it short off the rim.
It's not good. Now we're both hearing things.
It's not voices, but it is whistles. Again, not sure where it's coming from. Fowler in the front court, gives to Kamarion Dow. Deep three from straight away, up and good. His third of the ball game. He's got 13 points. Just like that, 37-32, quick 5-0 run for Martinsburg. Holmes into the front court along the right side of the lane. His shot a little strong. Rebound tipped off the glass by Sager so that he could then grab it. To Kamarion Dow into the front court. Down the right side of the lane. Double clutches on the shot. Missed it. Got his own rebound in the put-back basket.
I have no idea how he got back in position for that put-back bucket. He was flying down the right side of the lane. He was underneath the backboard and somehow quickly got back to put that one in. That was a very athletic play by Kamarion Dow.
Martinsburg is on a 7-0 run, and Musselman head coach Derek Basile calling for the 32nd timeout. Let's take that 30-second break as well, with Martinsburg now leading 39-32.
Babe, I'm hungry.
Where do you want to go?
I don't know. You pick.
Chinese?
No, not feeling it.
Mexican?
No, we just had that over the weekend.
You pick.
Let's go to the Cider Press restaurant. They have a new smoker burger. I think you'd really like it.
The Cider Press restaurant inside Taylor's Farm Market has what you're craving, where the food is fresh and you feel right at home. Exit 5 right off I-81 in Inwood or online at ciderpressdeliandgrill.com.
Well, it was a 7-0 run in the second quarter that got Martinsburg out to a 10-point lead, 23-13. Musselman responded with a 6-0 run of their own, went into the half down by only 4, got it tied at 32, but since then it's a 7-0 run for Martinsburg again, and they're out in front 39-32.
And a big possession here for Musselman. They had really gained some momentum, were able to tie it up on the three by Trenton Wolf, and I think this is a huge possession for them to try to find the bottom of the bucket.
Down in Shenandoah Junction, 41-27 is the lead now for Jefferson. Musselman works it down low to Isaiah Horner. Gave the ball fake, got the defender in the air and put it in.
Yeah, beautiful up and under for him. Just quick little ball fake. Got the defender about 8 inches in the air is what it looked like. And it turned into a wide open layup on that left side.
So Coach Basile draws it up. The team goes out and executes. Dogs work it to Dorn Smith in the paint, and his jumper about 10 feet out, sat on the front of the rim and then fell through.
Rise and shoot.
41-34 Martinsburg. Nearing the 3-minute mark in quarter number 3 in this regional final. Dolman dribbling down into the paint where he gives it off to Isaiah Horner, and Horner with a traveling violation. It's a nice drive down the right baseline by Dolman. As the defense collapsed, he got it to Horner. There did seem to be contact in the lane. Horner went off balance. I thought there was going to be a foul, but it was called a travel. 9 turnovers unofficially now for Musselman. So Martinsburg gets it back with that 7-point lead. Top of the key, behind the screen, 3-ball off the dribble for Anthony Smith. It's short off the rim. Dorn Smith the rebound. Dorn Smith gets it back, works down low to Jess Sutherland. Sutherland in the paint, underhand, right hand scoop shot up and good. Helps to have the wingspan to be able to stretch that far and put that one in. 43-34, Martinsburg in front. Wolf in the front court to Hardy. To Horner from the left corner. His 3 off the rim, off the backboard. Stuckey tipping the rebound but could not save it from going out of bounds. Give it to Martinsburg. And a key moment in this game.
Yeah, this is the point in the game where if you're Musselman, you got to get a couple of defensive stops. 2:17 and then 2:15 as Anthony Smith slowly bringing it up to the timeline. But you don't want to let Martinsburg get into the double-digit lead here if you're Musselman, because they have the ability, their depth and their athleticism to hold the basketball and do just about anything we've seen in that fourth quarter with that double-digit lead.
Anthony Smith with a drive down the right side of the lane. Shot was too strong. Jess Sutherland kept it alive, and Anthony Smith is able to come back inbounds and grab it and is able to put the shot up and in. 45-34 Martinsburg, and a full timeout being taken by Musselman. We're back in 60 seconds. It's West Virginia High School Boys Playoff Basketball on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10.
All right, Matt, when it comes to flooring, you can't beat luxury vinyl. It's waterproof, easy to clean and maintain, extremely durable, and looks great.
Are you nuts? Hardwood flooring's the way to go. It's durable, easy to maintain, matches every decor, and increases the value of your home instantly.
All right, one thing we can agree on is Tripp's Floor Sanding and Berkeley Fashion Flooring. They'll take care of you with great selection, service, and pricing.
Whether it's hardwood or luxury vinyl, call Trips at 304-229-7009.
Or visit TrippsFloorSanding.com. Looking to buy a home in the Eastern Panhandle? Having trouble getting your house sold? Then call Chris Ross and the Milestone Real Estate Group at Keller Williams. A Martinsburg High School graduate, Chris knows the local market, and he's proven it as the #1 real estate team in West Virginia in 2019. Milestone Real Estate Group at Keller Williams. Phone 304-579-7349 or go to callchrisross.com. Let's celebrate your real estate milestone together.
Musselman basketball coming out of the timeout and now down by 11. It's their largest deficits so far in this one. When they got down by 10, they were able to get it back to 4. What happens here as Wolf loses the dribble, and we'll have a held ball as Wolf went down to get it. Kamarion Dow dove in, got a hand on it as well, and the possession arrow gives it to Martinsburg.
And Wolf ended up pinning that basketball between his knees. And right now, Coach Basil just trying to figure out a way to stop this run for Martinsburg. You could see the frustration in that last timeout, just trying to figure out something that'll work. And Martinsburg very content taking some time off the clock.
Anthony Smith sending to Ngasa on the far side, back to Smith, and now to Dow, again to Anthony Smith. Really stretching that floor out. Sure looking to see if they could get a good backdoor cut and find somebody open as Jess Sutherland is kind of going along the baseline. Ngasa on the left wing, gave a ball fake on the 3. Passes it out to Anthony Smith. Poked away from him momentarily, but he's got it back. Anthony Smith dribbling to the left side of the floor. Starts a drive again. Spins and backs it out. Works high post to Dorn Smith. Back out top to Kamarion Dow as the Dogs continue to pass the basketball. We're down under a minute now remaining here in the third. Smith to Dow. Left side to right side. Right back to Smith and again to Dow here on this right wing. Dolman pops out and the pass goes high post to Dorn Smith to Jess Sutherland right baseline. 15-footer off the rim and the rebound to Stuckey. Dolman up this near side. Under 30 seconds to play in the third. Guarded by Ngasa. Dolman dribbling to his right, lost his footing, but maintained his dribble. Somehow got it to Stuckey at the high post. A Wolf on the right side. Dribbles down to the baseline in a double team. Passes out. Stolen. It's Anthony Smith with the steal. Ahead to Ngasa. Ngasa stops in the lane. Tries to give it off to Anthony Smith. Basketball knocked free. Eventually Ngasa gets it all the way out to Kamarion Dow. Down to 7 seconds. 6 seconds. Ngasa in the left corner to... Let's see, that was Dorn Smith to Anthony Smith. His right corner three blocked by Horner, and it's out of bounds as the horn sounds. A flurry at the end of the third, but nobody able to score, and we'll head to quarter number 4 after this 60-second break with Martinsburg leading Musselman 45-34.
Ollie's VIP Northside is the best local spot to catch all of your favorite high school, college, and pro sports, or to hang out with friends. Ollie's has a great beer and cocktail menu, along with a food menu that will blow you away. Ollie's offers multiple TVs to watch the game of your choice from anywhere at the bar, or their outdoor patio with cornhole and fire pit. So stop by and see for yourself today at 36 Veronica Drive in Martinsburg. That's Ollie's VIP Northside. We'll see you for the game.
Orsini's, not just an appliance store anymore. They're your one-stop resource for all home needs, whether it's custom kitchen design, countertops, or cabinets, or check out their new sleep studio with Tempur-Pedic, Sealy, and Stearns & Foster. For all of your outdoor living needs, Orsini's has Gladiator Garage Works, Traeger grills, barbecue accessories, barbecue rubs and sauces, and every flavor wood pellets. Visit their brand new 8,200 square foot showroom at 360 Hack Wilson Way, 304-267-7251, Orsinis.com.
We welcome you back into the Martinsburg Fieldhouse. Along with Matt Crawford, I'm Matt Miller. John Alderton on our TV10 camera. Colin McLaughlin is our engineer back at the studio. 19-12, Martinsburg outscoring Musselman in that third quarter, pushing the lead out to 11 as we get the fourth underway here. They have not quite gotten to the fourth quarter at Shenandoah Junction, where Jefferson has a 48-37 lead over Hedgesville in the other Region 2 final. Holmes penetrating along that right baseline, got into the lane where he was fouled. A couple of free throws are coming as the shot came off the rim. Foul was on 34. That's going to be the fourth on Luke Fowler. Holmes to the line where he's 2 for 2. He's got 8 points. Isaiah Horner with 10 to lead Musselman through 3 quarters. 15 for Kamarion Dow, leading all scorers for Martinsburg. Dorn Smith has added 10, so 2 in double figures for the Dogs. Holmes could make it 2 in double figures for the Applemen, and he does. He and Horner now both with 10 points each. 45-36. Martinsburg making a sub as Fowler comes out with his 4th foul, and Cyril Ngasa comes in.
And some frustration for Luke Fowler. It's been a tough couple of games for him. 5 points tonight so far, but definitely not the sectional final and the regional final that he wanted.
A little more than 30 seconds going by here in our fourth quarter, and we have an offensive foul on Dorn Smith, I believe, as he was cutting through the paint. No, it's Cyril Ngasa.
I was going to say, the way that he was reacting, I think that was a 13 in Cyril Ngasa.
That'll be the second foul on Ngasa, a turnover as well, as he was apparently setting a screen. Dorn Smith was the one cutting past the screen, but it was an illegal screen that sent Horner flying to the ground.
3 combined fouls in that third quarter, and 2 already in the first 30 seconds of the fourth quarter.
Good drive for Dolman along the right angle, but could not get the shot to go off the glass in the rim. Martinsburg the other way. Another good look for the Musselman Applemen. They've had a few of those in this game, Matt. Go back to the opening quarter, and how many times did we talk about a shot rattling around the rim and doing everything but falling through? Dorn Smith beyond the arc right side finds the cutter. Cyril Ngasa at the basket. He left the shot short. The battle for the rebound, and Stuckey controls it and then gets fouled by Ngasa, who was reaching in trying to take it away.
That's a frustration foul for Cyril Ngasa. He started on that left wing and then cut down the left side and was wide open. It was a great backdoor cut, a great feed, and one that I would imagine his senior year next year, you probably see him finish at the rim, and then that foul, just clear frustration trying to get the basketball back, frustrated he didn't get that shot to go.
45-36 Martinsburg. Wolf on the right side, dribbles into the lane, gives it off to Horner. He lost it as he was falling, but Dolman grabs the loose ball. Now Holmes deep on this left wing beyond the arc, finds Isaiah Horner wide open, down low, layup good. Horner now with 12. Martinsburg a little scattered there in that defense, trying to force a turnover, and Horner found an open spot under the basket. 45-38, Martinsburg in front. 6-12 and counting in this one. Winner going to Charleston. Loser will wrap up a very good season. 10-5 for the Applemen. 14-1 right now for Martinsburg, and riding a 14-game winning streak since that season opening loss to Morgantown. Dorn Smith with the dribble. Isaiah Horner comes out to pick him up in the Musselman man-to-man. With his feet near that center circle in the orange M, he'll hand it off to Anthony Smith. He's now got his feet in that center circle area as he controls the dribble with Doman on him. Anthony Smith down the right side of the lane, stops a little between the legs dribble, gives it off to Dorn Smith, 14-footer off the right side of the rim. Sager the rebound, putback basket, it rattles in and out, no good rebound, tipped, and Dolman comes away with it. Wow, a couple of good looks there for Martinsburg. Dolman to Holmes, right wing three on the way. He got it to Jordan Holmes. Had 26 threes through 14 games. Knocks down a big one there. He's now their leading scorer with 13 points.
Don't blink, 4-point game. That was a textbook jump shot for Jordan Holmes. I mean, got the basketball straight up and down. Could have made a 90-degree angle with that right hand. Beautiful shot.
60-second break. It's a full timeout on the floor with 5:20 left, and Martinsburg leading by 4.
This is Ben Copenhaver, your local alarm professional at Dynamark Atlantic Security. Did you know that home break-ins are 6% more likely during the day? That's right. The bad guys know when you're away, and they are smarter than you think. Dynamark Atlantic Security has the security solutions for you. Don't commit the error when the game is on the line. Phone me today at 304-671-2158 to learn how to play good defense against the bad guys. Dynamark Atlantic Security. Call today at 304-671-2158.
The Art McBee Insurance Agency is proud to be a sponsor of EPAC Basketball. We're an independent insurance agency representing many top insurance companies. We offer home, auto, business, life, and health policies. Call us at 304-263-6906 or stop in at 824 North Queen Street in Martinsburg for a no-obligation quotation. Offices in Martinsburg and Berkeley Springs.
Could be a fun finish in this one. A 4-point Martinsburg lead, and the Dogs have the basketball.
Dogs still looking for their first basket of the fourth quarter as we're almost 3 minutes in. It's a 7-0 run for the Applemen since the start of this fourth quarter.
Dogs working in the paint to Trey Sager, turning, putting up the shot. It's short off the rim. Stuckey the rebound, but the outlet through the hands of Holmes and stolen by Ngasa. Martinsburg catches a break there. Anthony Smith on that dribble. Middle of the floor, gives it off to Sager at the high post. To Anthony Smith, driving in on the left side, layup good. 7 points now for Anthony Smith. Nice drive, 47-41. Martinsburg in front, Dolman the other way. Gives to Horner in the left corner, gave a ball fake on a pass, fires the three, and he'll get 3 free throws as Kamarion Dow was defending that shot and gets called for the personal, and Horner will go to the line.
And Horner bailed out right there. That was a tough three, a contested three he was taking. Kamarion Dow is in disbelief right now that he made any contact with Isaiah Horner.
And the free throw for Horner off the back of the rim. He is now just 2 for 5. Came in shooting 79% from the line, but 2 for 5 so far in this one. He's got 12 points, second leading scorer right now for Musselman. Second free throw on the way. Wow, this one is good.
Didn't want to go in.
That's the shooter's touch and the proper spin because it hit the front of the rim, kind of crawled its way over then. Can he make the third? Couple of dribbles, deep knee bend, and yeah, got it. So he gets 2 out of 3, 47-43. The Martinsburg lead at 4 points. Kamarion Dow picked up by Wolf just across midcourt. Nearing the midpoint of quarter number 4, the Musselman faithful wanted a travel on Kamarion Dow but didn't get the call.
What gave you that hint?
The way the entire far side stood up and started disco dancing.
Just making sure we're on the same page here.
Kamarion Dow out top, feeding down low as his pass knocked up in the air by Dolman, out of bounds into the Bulldog bench. That ball caromed all the way from the foul line in the middle of the floor to the Martinsburg bench. Cyril Ngasa with the inbounds. Holmes defending him. Anthony Smith receives that pass. We're now under 4 minutes, so better than halfway through quarter number 4. Out top, Dorn Smith hands it off Kamarion Dow. Deep three from straight away, off the back of the rim. Cyril Ngasa the rebound, back out to Dow, and Martinsburg resets. That's a huge rebound. Trey Sager beyond the arc right side. Puts it on the floor with a couple of dribbles, turns and loses it. Taken away by Stuckey.
And that one's tough because you're getting close to 2 minutes if you take your time right there for Martinsburg. They're getting close to 3 minutes.
I've got just 6 Bulldog turnovers, but that one hurts. Holmes had it poked away by Ngasa, but regains control deep on that right side of the floor. Gave it off to Dolman, back to Holmes, 3 on the way. Off the rim, no good. Stuckey keeps the rebound alive. Dolman's got it into the paint. His shot short off the rim, rebound out of bounds off of Trey Sager. Musselman keeps it.
Well, Dolman came flying out of nowhere for that putback opportunity, didn't he?
He did. I tell you love the hustle for both of these teams right now. This is it. Win or go home, as they say. Holmes eventually getting it to Horner on that right baseline. In the paint to Stuckey. Left hands it up and got it to go.
That's a tough shot over Trey Sager. Sager can't play much better defense than that.
And T.J. Stuckey makes it a 2-point game. 47-45 Martinsburg. And this game is where Musselman wanted it, Matt. Didn't we talk about it right at the end of the pregame? Martinsburg averages 68 a game, but this is at the Musselman pace right now. Trey Sager at the high post, puts it on the floor with a left-hand dribble. Right-hand shot in the paint, off the mark. Stuckey tips the rebound around, eventually able to grab it. He's got it, giving it off to Dolman. And Musselman can tie, or with a 3, could take the lead. What do we say again in the pregame? The last 4 wins for Musselman in this series, 3 here at the Fieldhouse. Wolf on the right side, driving to the side of the paint, where his shot was blocked by Trey Sager, but a foul.
And really just ran into Trey Sager, and Sager didn't have his feet set or anything, so just stopping momentum. And a quick move, and Trent Wolf not afraid to drive towards the basket. Just 5'7" is the junior guard, usually the shortest guy on the floor, but he is not afraid to take it towards the rim.
It shows with 34 foul shots through 14 games this season, and he's a 79% foul shooter, making that one. Matt, going back to the Musselman wins here, 2014, 2015, and 2017, scoring victories in this building. In 2018, the last time they beat Martinsburg, it was up at Klein Court. The Dogs have won 9 straight in this series. Second free throw. Jim goes almost quiet. I'm sure they can hear us on the other side of the floor practically. Foul shot up and good. 47-47. We've got our 5th tie. We were tied at 2, tied at 4, tied at 8, not tied again until 32, and now at 47.
Welcome to 4A, Mr. Miller.
Oh, man, this is fun. Anthony Smith into the lane, lost control of the dribble, but Trey Sager, low post right side, picks it up and puts it in. 49-47 Martinsburg.
And again, thank 4A for this matchup. This would not be a normal regional match. We would not have this in the normal 3A classification.
Yeah, this would have been a sectional championship game. Holmes out top for Musselman. Starts a drive, kicks to Horner, right side 3 on the way. It's off the rim. Stuckey, backside rebound amidst 3 Bulldogs. Gets it to Holmes, right of the lane. Short jumper, off the rim in the backboard rebound. Tipped in, out of bounds off of Anthony Smith. It stays with the Appleman. Man, again, a number of opportunities. They are crashing the boards. They are making things happen, just have not been able to hit a couple of shots. Holmes triggering from the baseline, looking, lobs out. Stuckey with it on this left wing beyond the arc. To Dolman on the right side of the floor, takes it down the side of the lane, floats it up strong off the glass in the rim. Rebound, Trey Sager. Sager triple teamed in the backcourt and then fouled as he was trying to get a pass away.
And he got fouled on about the 3rd contact in that spin. Good call by our official, one that was well away from the play.
Isaiah Horner picks up his 2nd. But, Matt, something to pay attention to. That's just the 3rd foul for Musselman, and in a 2-point game with 1:33 left, if you get to a point where you want to send Martinsburg to the line, you're going to have to commit some fouls, and some time may go off the clock. Looks like a full timeout going to be taken by Musselman. Let's take that 60-second break as well with 1:33 left, and Martinsburg in front by 2.
All right, Matt, when it comes to flooring, you can't beat luxury vinyl. It's waterproof, easy to clean and maintain, extremely durable, and looks great.
Are you nuts? Hardwood flooring's the way to go. It's durable, easy to maintain, matches every decor, and increases the value of your home instantly.
All right, one thing we can agree on is Trips Floor Sanding and Berkeley Fashion Flooring. They'll take care of you with great selection, service, and pricing.
Whether it's hardwood or luxury vinyl, call Trips at 304-229-7009.
Or visit tripsfloorsanding.com.
Craving lunch or dinner? The Cider Press restaurant inside Taylor's Farm Market has what you're craving. Awarded one of the 101 most unique places to eat in West Virginia, the Cider will fill you up with their delicious fresh orchard panini, mouth-watering smoker burger, farmer's daughter Cobb salad, and more. The Cider Press also serves a wide selection of craft beer and hard ciders. The Cider Press, serving lunch and dinner daily and where the food is fresh. You'll feel right at home. Now offering online ordering at Cider Press Deli and Grill.com.
It's a 2-point game here with just 1:33 left. Martinsburg out in front 49-47 at Shenandoah Junction. They're down to 2 minutes left in that one. 61-45 Jefferson over Hedgesville. Jefferson trying to punch their ticket to Charleston for the first time since 2007. Dorn Smith in the backcourt, dribbling into the front court, hands it off to Kamarion Dow. Sending a pass far side, it's knocked away and stolen. That is Horner with the steal and the layup. And just like that, we're tied again at 49. Into the front court, Martinsburg basketball. Down to 1:12 left. 6 ties now in this one. Anthony Smith dribbling to his right is fouled by Isaiah Horner, who now has his third. It's a blocking foul, so it is the 4th team foul, and will now be an inbounds for Martinsburg. Again, not necessarily a bad foul, depending. If you get in that situation, we saw Hedgesville in that situation against Hampshire earlier this year, where they had to commit fouls just to try to get them to the line. And
worked out well for them, though, in that game.
Eventually they got the steal on the inbounds and the win with a couple of free throws, but a lot of time had to go off the clock. Anthony Smith with it, driving down to the right baseline, passes out on that left wing to Kamarion Dow. Into the lane, his floater, short off the rim, rebound Stuckey, and let's see what we've got. A held ball in the possession arrow. We'll leave it with Martinsburg.
We had a foul call on our baseline official.
No. He was pointing to the far side official to say he had the
I
call.
thought I just saw the fist go up. My apologies.
No, I caught his initial reaction. Okay. They both were blowing the whistle, and the official farthest away gave it to the official closest and said, you make that call, and it was a held ball. And now Martinsburg head coach Dave Rogers wants a full timeout. Tell you what, we're only taking 30. Don't want to miss anything the way this one is playing out. So a 30-second timeout, and then we're back with 46.5 seconds left, tied at 49.
My name is Monica. I'm an elementary school teacher.
My name is Mitch. I'm a graphic design specialist.
We have 4 children. Currently we have life and auto insurance with Erie. Our agent is helping us to move our homeowners insurance to Erie as well.
They've always been a good company and good customer service. If anything ever happens to me, my family will be protected.
Your local Erie agent in Martinsburg is Smallwood & Small Insurance. Get a quote at smallwoodandsmall.com.
Matt, have you paid attention to your score sheet? Because I must be honest, as we're calling the action and trying to keep our own statistics, you mark things down, and sometimes you just don't get the full picture, and a timeout like that helps. How many points has Martinsburg scored in this 4th quarter?
45. 4.
How about 4? Yeah, that's what I'm looking at. I hadn't even picked that up as to how this was playing out, as Musselman's been on this run in this 4th quarter.
15-4 scoring right now.
And that's what Martinsburg did to eventually pull away from Hedgesville in the sectional championship. So dog basketball, 45 seconds and counting. It is Anthony Smith with it on the far side.
And I was going to say, this will be interesting how much time they want to take off the clock and how much pressure Musselman is going to push. And I really thought Musselman would be more aggressive in this and not give them the opportunity for the last shot, but it certainly looks like that's what they're going to do. It's either going to be Martinsburg with the win or overtime. It looks like it's under 20 to play.
The entire bench and coaching staff up on the far end of the floor for Musselman. calling out defense, calling out instructions. Anthony Smith controlling the dribble. We're down to 10. We're down to 9. Down to 8. Anthony Smith into the lane. Shot blocked by Stuckey. Basketball free. Out of bounds near side. Who's it belong to? It'll belong to Musselman with 3.6 seconds left. Musselman basketball with a chance for a potential heave type of shot, but hang on, I think we're going to get a timeout first. It will be a 30-second timeout. I have that as the final timeouts for the Musselman Applemen. So they would get another one if we went into an overtime period, but Musselman is hoping that they can draw up the magical play that would get them the win. We're going to keep it right here.
And credit the Musselman defense. Martinsburg has not played an overtime game yet this year, so their offense averaging in regulation 68.3 points a game. Musselman has kept them 19 points under that. I mean, just an incredible game on the defensive end for Musselman, and especially in this fourth quarter. We've talked about it, just 4 points for the Bulldog offense, and for that Appleman offense, they're at 58.5 a game, so still below what their average is. But an opportunity here to win the game, and if not, this fourth quarter's been so fun. Let's do overtime.
Well, Matt, congratulations to Richard Lewis, the coaching staff, and the players for the Jefferson Cougars. They have just gone final at Shenandoah Junction. 61-46, Jefferson gets the win over Hedgesville and goes to the state tournament for the first time since 2007.
And remember, Musselman does not have a timeout, so watch that 5-second call.
Brendan Doman with the inbounds. Holmes with it, gets it ahead. It's Horner, left side, 3 on the way. It is short, and it will be overtime. Horner ended up fading away and hitting the deck. Musselman wanted a foul call right in front of their bench, and the officials say, we're not calling anything there. I couldn't see the contact very well from my angle because he was so close to the bench. Was there contact? I'm not sure.
And that's a tough call because he was clearly fading away from the basket. So even if there is contact, you're usually not going to get that call, especially at this point of the game. And when you're leaning already, that's a call that no referee is going to make at this point of the game for a regional title and an opportunity to go to the state tournament.
So we will have 4 additional minutes of basketball. Can Martinsburg find some points as they scored only 4 points in that fourth quarter? Unbelievable. 49-49, what was our 6th tie of this ball game, and that has us headed into overtime. We were tied at 2, tied at 4, tied at 8, tied again at 32, tied at 47, and then tied at 49. And remember, it was the Isaiah Horner steal at midcourt and the driving layup that got us to the tie score.
And what did Coach Rogers tell us either in the pregame interview or just talking to us before we got that interview started? He said Musselman is a tricky, tricky team. And they are certainly showing that tonight.
Coach Basil and his staff had them ready to go in this one, no doubt about it. And they've gotten the game that they wanted. The score, pardon me, something crept up on me there. The score in the upper 40s, not even reaching 50 points as we go into the extra session. It's going to be Horner triggering the inbounds as Musselman will get it. Dolman taking it in the backcourt. Martinsburg in that man-to-man. Wolf with it out top, dribbles just inside the foul line, kicks to Holmes, left side 3 on the way. It's off the back rim, Trey Sager, great box out, Martinsburg basketball. Anthony Smith quickly into the front court. Gets it along the left baseline to Dorn Smith. Went for the one-hand slam, didn't get it, but the rebound and the putback. Smith stayed with it. He's got 12.
That athleticism, again, to come down, get both feet set, and somehow get that tip back up and good.
Martinsburg putting on the pressure in a near backcourt violation. Holmes was able to get it to Dolman on the right wing, and Musselman will set it up offensively. Dolman maintaining that dribble to the top of the key, giving to Horner on that right wing. Horner bluffing right, moving left, eventually hands it off to Holmes between the circles.
Thought Horner may try to drive on Luke Fowler, who's guarding him, who's got 4 fouls.
Horner gets it again on this left wing. Stuckey out to set a screen. Horner hesitates, gets down to the baseline, turns, and let's see a traveling violation.
Yeah, drove into no man's land and into a double team right along that baseline. Nowhere to go. There was nobody else really on that left side of the floor. Everybody had kind of shifted to the right side of the floor and nowhere to go. Tough turnover for Musselman.
51-49. The lead for Martinsburg, and they've got the ball. Into the front court, Anthony Smith dribbling off onto that left wing. Dorn Smith comes out to set a screen. Anthony Smith now down the right side of the lane. Gives to Fowler, right side three, off the rim. Horner, the great box out, and he's got the rebound. Musselman basketball. Wolf along the right side of the floor, giving it off to Dolman. Dolman looking to his left, turns, gives to Wolf on that right wing. To Horner just left of the key. Dorn Smith guards him. To Holmes cutting into the lane. Short jumper for Holmes, off the rim. Rebound Fowler, and fouled from behind. That was just an unfortunate situation for TJ Stuckey as he was going after the possible rebound. And as Fowler came down with it and was off balance, they met. And Stuckey ended up knocking him over and picking up his fourth foul.
Team's fifth. So again, looking at possible free throws down the stretch. Team's fifth for Musselman. Martinsburg has 6. And Anthony Smith going at a snail's pace across that timeline.
Wants to take his time. Around the screen set by Trey Sager. Now Smith goes down the right side of the lane. The shot too strong off the glass in the rim, but Trey Sager tips it in. Martinsburg with a couple of putback baskets have the lead now in overtime, and they've now matched their scoring from the fourth quarter. 4 points here in the overtime period. Dolman's pass near side tipped and out of bounds.
Great defense by Anthony Smith. It was a backdoor cut by Isaiah Horner. He had a wide open lane to the basket, but Anthony Smith doing a good job just keeping those hands active.
Inbounds pass working to Holmes from this left wing. His three off the mark. Stuckey with the rebound. Gives it off to Horner just left of the lane. Too strong from a few feet out in the backside. Rebound to Dorn Smith.
Musselman's offense has gone ice cold. Stuckey got it right down low on the right side. I'm not sure why he chose not to go right back up with it. Instead, bring it around.
Pass in the lane from Anthony Smith and intended for Trey Sager, and it got tipped out of bounds by the Appleman. Martinsburg basketball, 1:25 left, and the Dogs with a 53-49 lead here in overtime. Now with the inbounds pass, dribbling around the perimeter, gives it off to Anthony Smith. Double team comes to him, gets it right back to Kamarion Dow. Wolf comes over to guard Dow, who almost lost that dribble, got poked, but he maintained control. Giving it off to Anthony Smith. Smith in a double team, tipping it over to Kamarion Dow. Dow with it still on that left side of the floor, back out to Smith. Just trying to run time off the clock as we're now under a minute, and we're going to have a timeout taken by Martinsburg head coach Dave Rogers. See how long it's going to be. It's a full timeout. We'll take 60 seconds as well. 59 seconds left in overtime, and Martinsburg in front, 53-49.
The Palace Lounge in Martinsburg offers hand-cut, locally sourced steaks, fresh seafood, and sandwiches with great daily specials like 75-cent wings all day Monday, prime rib on Tuesday, New York strip on Wednesday, and chef specials every Friday and Saturday. Ask for the lunch punch card and have lunch on the Palace Lounge on Edwin Miller Boulevard. And don't forget the Big Apple Lounge on Sater Drive in Inwood.
This is Matt Miller, along with my wife, Dale.
As homeowners, we've been through the mortgage process several times, and each time we went to Mark and Cheryl Savitt at the Mortgage Center.
They treat you like family with personal one-on-one service, walking with you through the process from application to settlement.
Plus, low interest rates and closing costs.
The Mortgage Center is on Edwin Miller Boulevard in Martinsburg.
Phone 304-267-9040.
Or online at mortgagefinancing.com. NMLS number 237527, Equal Housing Lender.
59 ticks, well, 59.1 if you want to be official on the clock. 53-49, the Dogs have gotten putback baskets from Trey Sager and Dorn Smith for the only points of overtime. And now out of the Martinsburg timeout, the inbounds, and Anthony Smith catching that one right at the midcourt stripe, realizing he was going to go into the backcourt, tried to maybe pass it, and it went off his fingertips, and the Dogs turn it over.
I can realize that it would have been a miracle either way for that to not be a turnover, so toe tap like a receiver right at that court line, but a backcourt violation. Musselman, this is a code red here. You need a bucket.
And he gets it. That is Isaiah Horner with a tremendous drive down the right baseline, banks it up and in. He's got 18 points. Full court pressure, 53-51, and I believe Martinsburg had to burn a timeout as Kamarion Dow could not find anyone open to inbound the basketball. Again, we'll keep it here as we have 30 seconds for this timeout. So Martinsburg burning a timeout. I would have them with one. I would still have one left for Musselman, who has not used a timeout that they get in the overtime period. So we stay here in a 2-point ball game. Martinsburg has to make sure they get it inbounds and then begin to work it up the floor as they look for their 7th consecutive regional final win in a trip to Charleston. We already know Jefferson is going. Have not had an opportunity to try to check out any other scores from across the Mountain State. So we'll see if we can do that right now. Not sure what we might find, but as we do find any, we'll bring them to you once we get into our Palace Lounge post-game show. Thank you to our sponsors for all of their support this season. Martinsburg with the inbounds, and Anthony Smith dribbling up the floor, fouled from behind by Brendan Dolman, stopping that clock with 37.9 seconds left. Just the 15th foul, so still a couple of more to give before Martinsburg. Oh, pardon me, they mark it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 16 fouls. So the next one will put Martinsburg at the line. Fowler sending to Dow on that far side. Kamarion Dow in a double team. Eventually is fouled by Brendan Dolman, but able to run several seconds off that clock as it doesn't stop until 29.7 seconds left.
You put the man with the least experience at the line this year at that free throw line. 4 for 6 is what Cyril Ngasa was coming in. 1 for 2 today.
Still a 70%
or make
foul
that
shooter.
Kamarion Dow, my apologies.
Yeah, Dow 29 of 41, and the free throw up and left it short off the rim. Rebound tip. Stuckey able to run it down. Musselman basketball. They've got a chance to tie with a 2 or take the lead with a 3. Dolman sending to Holmes from that right side. To Horner down the right side of the lane. Tough shot over Anthony Smith. It's off the rim. Rebound Martinsburg. Smith fouled in the backcourt. Tough look for Isaiah Horner as he got down to the baseline, taking it down that right side of the lane. We'll go to the other end where Anthony Smith will have free throws, a 76% foul shooter. If he could make at least one, it forces Musselman to have a 3. If he makes them both, it really becomes hard, as Musselman is going to end up with a 2-possession situation. Coach Basile calling some players down to himself. So Coach Rogers says, look, if this is going to be a timeout, I'll call some guys over. And then that gets the officials going, look, nobody's called a timeout. Let's get out here and play basketball. Anthony Smith to the line. 1 for 1 in quarter number 3. He's got 7 points on the night, came in averaging 14.5. Foul shot strong. You can see it as it came off of his hand, but he runs down the rebound, keeps it inbounds. No, he couldn't. He tried to throw it from the baseline out to Cyril Ngasa on the near sideline, and Ngasa had to dive out of bounds to try to save it. Could not do it. It's a Bulldog turnover, and with 5.8 seconds left, Musselman with another chance. Oh, boy, this game has had it all, has it not?
This has been a perfect way to end our basketball coverage this year.
Yeah, this is it, the state tournament coverage. The contract held by WV Metro News out of Morgantown. So after this, the state tournament next week, you would have to check their website to get those broadcasts.
Feel free to call the WVSSAC with your complaints now.
Yeah, we certainly don't have an issue.
No, we won't stop you.
Not at all.
We'll sign the letter.
But as it is right now, yeah, as you said, what a way to end it. 13-10. Martinsburg had the lead after 26-22 at the half. 45-34 going into the fourth quarter. And, Matt, it looked at that point like the Dogs might be ready to run away with this when Musselman said, no, not so fast. They outscored the Dogs 15-4 in that fourth quarter, tied at 49 coming into this extra period. And right now a 2-point game with Martinsburg in front.
Now, just imagine with this amount of time left for Musselman, you got to be drawing up a 3 here. I don't see them having enough time to drive towards the basket.
Well, and that means you're probably looking for Jordan Holmes, who had 26 threes coming in. He's got 1 tonight, so give him 27 on the season. Dolman can do it as well. He's going to trigger the inbounds. He's looking, eventually gets it into Horner. Horner on the wing left side, gives it off. Dolman just left of the key. 3-ball, an air ball. Sager the rebound. Ball game over, and Martinsburg will hang on for the victory as the Bulldogs win their 7th consecutive regional game and will make their way back to Charleston. They get the overtime win, 53-51. Heartbreak for Musselman. Oh, boy, this is one of those games where you look and say, I hate to say, either team had to lose.
And a lot of respect for both of these teams right now. Martinsburg, before they even celebrate with one another, there's high fives and hugs going on at midcourt right now. They understand that Musselman has played them tougher than just about anybody through 3 games this year. And what a basketball game that was.
Man, great sportsmanship, great basketball game. Man, it was a fun one to close out our coverage. Well, as they present the regional trophy, we will step aside and take a 2-minute timeout, then come back and get into our Palace Lounge post-game show. One more time, your final in overtime. Martinsburg 53, Musselman 51.
Ollie's VIP Northside is the best local spot to catch all of your favorite high school, college, and pro sports, or to hang out with friends. Ollie's has a great beer and cocktail menu, along with a food menu that will blow you away. Ollie's offers multiple TVs to watch the game of your choice from anywhere at the bar, or their outdoor patio with cornhole and fire pit. So stop by and see for yourself today at 36 Veronica Drive in Martinsburg. That's Ollie's VIP Northside. We'll see you for the game.
My name is Monica. I'm an elementary school teacher.
My name is Mitch. I'm a graphic design specialist.
We have 4 children. Currently we have life and auto insurance with Erie. Our agent is helping us to move our homeowners insurance to Erie as well.
They've always been a good company and good customer service. If anything ever happens to me, my family will be protected.
Your local Erie agent in Martinsburg is Smallwood & Small Insurance. Get a quote at smallwoodandsmall.com.
The Palace Lounge in Martinsburg offers hand-cut, locally sourced steaks, fresh seafood, and sandwiches with great daily specials like 75-cent wings all day Monday, prime rib on Tuesday, New York strip on Wednesday, and chef specials every Friday and Saturday. Ask for the lunch punch card and have lunch on the Palace Lounge on Edwin Miller Boulevard. And don't forget the Big Apple Lounge on Sater Drive in Inwood.
This is Matt Miller, along with my wife, Dale.
As homeowners, we've been through the mortgage process several times, and each time we went to Mark and Cheryl Savitt at the Mortgage Center.
They treat you like family with personal one-on-one service, walking with you through the process from application to settlement.
Plus, low interest rates and closing costs.
The Mortgage Center is on Edwin Miller Boulevard in Martinsburg.
Phone 304-267-9040.
Or online at mortgagefinancing.com. NMLS number 237527, Equal Housing Lender.
We welcome you back into the Martinsburg Fieldhouse, where the Martinsburg Bulldogs are cutting down the net after a regional final victory over Musselman in overtime, 53-51. Our Palace Lounge postgame show getting underway as we recap the scoring in this one. Along with Matt Crawford, I'm Matt Miller. John Alderton on our TV10 camera. Colin McLaughlin, our engineer, back at the studio. Matt, wow. Tied at 2, tied at 4, tied at 8, all in quarter number 1. Martinsburg leads 13-10 after 1. A 7-0 run in the second quarter pushes that Bulldog lead out to double figures at 10, but Musselman says we're not going quietly. They go on a 6-0 run and get it back to 4, and it was a 4-point Bulldog lead at the intermission, 26-22. Musselman battled back in quarter number 3, got it tied at 32, but Martinsburg again goes on a run, and ultimately the Dogs have their biggest lead going into quarter number 4 at 11, 45-34. But in quarter number 4, Musselman holds Martinsburg to just 4 points on 2 shots from the floor. They outscored the Dogs 15-4. It's 49-all going into the overtime, and a pair of put-back baskets off of misses for Dorn Smith and Trey Sager. The difference as the only bucket, a layup for Isaiah Horner. The only points for Musselman in that overtime period, and Martinsburg wins 53-51.
That's what you should get every single year out of a regional championship. Again, this year the only reason these two teams were able to meet at this level was because of the new classification 4A. Usually this is a sectional game. With that 4A, You saw Musselman move to the other side of the section with the two Jefferson County schools. Martinsburg was able to do what they needed to do against the other two Berkeley County schools. And what a basketball game. I mean, if you're a basketball fan, you can't ask for a better game than what you just saw here tonight. Two high schools going at it, a lot of respect for each other, as you saw at the end of that game. And just one of those games that somebody's got to go home and somebody's advancing, and Martinsburg is going to the state tournament.
It was a lot of fun. We'll come back and give you some of the individual and the team statistics from this one, but first a 2-minute timeout. Back with more of our Palace Lounge postgame show. Martinsburg winning the regional final here over Musselman in overtime, 53-51.
My name is Monica. I'm an elementary school teacher.
My name is Mitch. I'm a graphic design specialist.
We have 4 children. Currently we have life and auto insurance with Erie. Our agent is helping us to move our homeowners insurance to Erie as well.
They've always been a good company and good customer service. If anything ever happens to me, my family will be protected.
Your local Erie agent in Martinsburg is Smallwood & Small Insurance. Get a quote at smallwoodandsmall.com.
Remember that last trip to the auto mechanic?
I also think your solenoid gasket is bad.
What?
Yep, that'll be another $500.
Forget that and go to D&N Auto Specialist at 230 Tavern Road, Martinsburg, where honesty is their best policy. Serving the Eastern Panhandle since 1974, D&N Auto is family-owned and operated, specializing in exhaust alignments and tires. From general maintenance to major overhauls, they'll treat you right. Call D&N Auto Specialist at 304-267-4078. The Palace Lounge in Martinsburg offers hand-cut, locally sourced steaks, fresh seafood, and sandwiches with great daily specials like 75-cent wings all day Monday, prime rib on Tuesday, New York strip on Wednesday, and chef specials every Friday and Saturday. Ask for the lunch punch card and have lunch on the Palace Lounge on Edwin Miller Boulevard. And don't forget the Big Apple Lounge on Sater Drive in Inwood.
This is Ben Copenhaver, your local alarm professional at Dynamark Atlantic Security. Did you know that home break-ins are 6% more likely during the day? That's right. The bad guys know when you're away, and they are smarter than you think. Dynamark Atlantic Security has the security solutions for you. Don't commit the error when the game is on the line. Phone me today at 304-671-2158 to learn how to play good defense against the bad guys. Dynamark Atlantic Security. Call today at 3.
Was Jordan Holmes. He went a perfect 4 for 4 from the charity stripe. Other scores: 7 for Brendan Dolman, 6 for TJ Stuckey, 5 for Trenton Wolf. He went 2 for 2 from the free throw line, and a bucket for Logan Herring. For the Martinsburg Bulldogs, leading the Dogs with 15 points was Kamarian Dow. He went 0 for 1 from the free throw line. That lone free throw came in overtime. 12 points for Doran Smith, 10 points for Trey Sager, 7 for Anthony Smith, who went 1 for 2 from the free throw line. 5 points for Luke Fowler, 2 points for Jess Sutherland, 1 point apiece for Cyril Ngasa and Avion Blackwood, both of those coming from the free throw line. Matt, some team numbers.
All right, it was 3 3-pointers being made by Musselman, 4 from beyond the arc for Martinsburg, 3 of those coming from Kamarion Dow. The other for the Dogs coming from Luke Fowler, and it was individual threes for Trenton Wolf, for Jordan Holmes, and for Brendan Dolman for Musselman. The Applemen 10 of 13 from the foul line. That's 77%. That really helped to keep them in this one as we went into that overtime session, as they were able to knock down 2 for 6 of 7 in that 15-4 fourth quarter, in which they got it tied at 49 at the end of regulation. Martinsburg just 3 of 7 from the foul line. That is 43%. And there you see, if the Dogs can knock down a couple of free throws, a chance to maybe win this one in regulation. I had a +3 rebounding advantage for Musselman at 34-31, but the Applemen commit 13 turnovers to the Bulldogs, 13 fouls for Martinsburg, and 10 for Musselman. There you go. A look at the numbers. Martinsburg wins their 15th straight. They are now 15-1, and Musselman will wrap up their season at 10 wins and 6 losses, and will drop their last 3 games, 2 of those coming against Martinsburg and 1 against Jefferson, and those are the 2 teams representing Region 2 in Class 4A on their way to Charleston next week. We'll give you that final from the Jefferson-Hedgesville game and check and see if we can come up with any other finals as we come back after this 2-minute timeout. We wrap up the Palace Lounge post-game show next. It's West Virginia High School Boys Playoff Basketball on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10.
Craving lunch or dinner? The Cider Press restaurant inside Taylor's Farm Market has what you're craving. Awarded one of the 101 most unique places to eat in West Virginia, the Cider will fill you up with their delicious fresh orchard panini, mouth-watering smoker burger, farmer's daughter Cobb salad, and more. The Cider Press also serves a wide selection of craft beer and hard ciders. The Cider Press, serving lunch and dinner daily and where the food is fresh. You'll feel right at home. Now offering online ordering at Cider Press Deli and Grill.com.
All right, Matt, when it comes to flooring, you can't beat luxury vinyl. It's waterproof, easy to clean and maintain, extremely durable, and looks great.
Are you nuts? Hardwood flooring's the way to go. It's durable, easy to maintain, matches every decor, and increases the value of your home instantly.
All right, one thing we can agree on is Trips Floor Sanding and Berkeley Fashion Flooring. They'll take care of you with great selection, service, and pricing.
Whether it's hardwood or luxury vinyl, call Trips at 304-229-7009.
Or visit tripsfloorsanding.com. The Art McBee Insurance Agency is proud to be a sponsor of EPAC Basketball. We're an independent insurance agency representing many top insurance companies. We offer home, auto, business, life, and health policies. Call us at 304-263-6906 or stop in at 824 North Queen Street in Martinsburg for a no-obligation quotation. Offices in Martinsburg and Berkeley Springs.
Heffley Motor Company, serving the Eastern Panhandle for over 17 years. Known for our wide variety of vehicles at great prices, we are the area's only pre-owned Carfax Advantage dealer.
Save yourself time and money. Come see us. You'll be glad you did.
And don't forget our popular detailing service to keep your car looking brand new. We're proud to be your partner serving the community. You're local, we're local, why not buy local? Heffley Motor Company, a nice place to do business.
Back one final time here tonight and this season for high school boys basketball as Martinsburg wins the regional here 53-51 over Musselman in overtime. Matt, we've got some other finals.
We do. Huntington beating St. Albans 76-48. So St. Albans' Cinderella run comes to a close as we expected. Beckley Woodrow Wilson beating South Charleston 49-43, and GW beating Greenbrier East 73-58.
I've got Morgantown with an 83-58 win over Buchanan Upshur, and it looks like University holds off Wheeling Park, who missed a 3 at the horn, 58-55. So University and Morgantown joining Martinsburg and Jefferson, and I didn't write down all those other ones that you gave me, but nonetheless, it looks like most of our field is set. So very shortly, I would imagine we will have the pairings released, and we'll know what the schedule will look like for next week at the state tournament. Tune in tomorrow morning, and we'll have that for you with our sports reports from 6 to 8 p.m., and I'm sure we'll talk about it on our morning Miller Time segment around 7:25 with Rob Mario. Well, Matt, it has been a fun basketball season, and what a way to wrap it up. Martinsburg goes back to Charleston for a 7th straight year, and on the other side of the region, Jefferson, for the first time since 2007, is headed to the state capitol.
And when's the last time we saw the same schools represented for girls and boys basketball get down to the state tournament?
It's been a while.
An awfully long time, I'm guessing. So, yeah, congratulations to Jefferson. Congratulations to Martinsburg. Musselman, you couldn't have played any better tonight on either end of the floor. I mean, just one heck of a basketball game. But unfortunately, it's sports. Somebody's got to win and somebody's got to lose.
What a way to wrap it up. It has been a fun season. We say thank you to each of our sponsors for their support of our coverage all season long. We thank you for joining us at each of our broadcast entities. Thanks goes out to both head coaches tonight, Derek Basile, Dave Rogers, to Athletic Director Davis Moore, to Principal Trent Sherman, all the staff and the folks here at the Martinsburg Fieldhouse and at each of the venues throughout the year. Again, it has been a lot of fun, a lot of basketball in a short period of time. It certainly has been different due to COVID, but it it has been good to be able to see these players back out on the floor and to play games like we had here tonight. Oh, thanks to Colin McLaughlin back at the studio, our engineer there, John Alderton, our TV 10 cameraman. For Matt Crawford, I'm Matt Miller, reminding you tonight's finals. It was Jefferson over Hedgesville, 61-46, and here at the Fieldhouse in overtime, Martinsburg tops Musselman 53-51. Until next time, so long, everyone.
You've been listening to West Virginia High School Basketball. Today's game has been brought to you by
Smallwood and Small Insurance, Thomas Miller Agent, Administrative Drive, Martinsburg. Cider Press Restaurant, Exit 5, Inwood. Trips Floor Sanding and Berkeley Fashion Flooring in Inwood. Chris Ross with Milestone Realty, Tavern Road, Martinsburg. The Mortgage Center in the Aiken Center, Martinsburg. Dynamark Atlantic Security, your local alarm professional. Holly's VIP Northside, Veronica Drive, Martinsburg. Arndt McBee Insurance, Martinsburg and Berkeley Springs. D&N Auto Specialists off Tavern Road, Martinsburg. And Heffley Motors, HeffleyMotorCompany.com.
For the continued excitement of high school, college, and NBA basketball, keep it tuned to Talk Radio WRNR Martinsburg. All rights reserved.